Well, live from Jackie Robinson Ballpark in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, it's time for another edition of Bethune-Cookman University Baseball on the CatEye Network as we wrap up a four-game series here at the Jack against Mississippi Valley State. The Wildcats looking for the sweep. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Torello. Happy to have your company. Daryl Natil back in the booth with me. Daryl, long day yesterday. Wildcats swept the doubleheader in emphatic style, only giving up 2 runs across the 2 games, and they look to complete the sweep tonight.
You know, the Cats are playing well right now, 6 game winning streak, and you want to play as often as you can when you're playing this well. So we're going to continue the streak this afternoon. You're going to have a great defensive ball club on the field for the Cats and some great pitching. So let's see if the Cats can continue the winning ways.
The freshman Joel Corey will take the mound for Bethune-Cookman out of Orlando, Florida, and Central Point Christian Academy. Corey is 0-3, looking for his first win. 10 appearances with 6 starts. He's got a 4.91 ERA in 33 innings pitched. He's given up 19 runs on 29 hits, 18 earned. Striking out 32 and walking 23. Opponents batting 238 against him. And while his numbers may not seem that impressive on a staff with a lot of impressive pitchers on it, just a true freshman, Joel, a lot of bright future ahead of him.
You know, opportunity to pitch, in Division I baseball. He's had an opportunity to sit back and watch and see how the fastball has played a big part in this series. Let's see how he uses his fastball this afternoon.
He will face a Mississippi Valley State lineup that is similar to the last 2 days. Draylon Holmes, Maury Weaver, Ty Washington, Will Menendez, Benny Hernandez, Simon Yoakum, Jack Early, Yodani Ofariel Ortiz, and Devon Mims. Their starting pitcher when they take them out will be Jesus Campa. Wildcats in the off-white, the cream uniforms today. Maroon hats, maroon numbers with a gold trim. The interlocking BC logo on the chest. Mississippi Valley in the green uniforms with the red numbers, gray pants, Valley across the front. In script, away we go. First pitch low and inside to Draylon Holmes. Holmes batting .302 on the season. And Corey deals outside 2-0. Christopher Pittman is behind the plate. Charles Reddick at first. Gary Maudlin at third. Those are your umpires. And the pitch is grounded toward third and off the glove of Cordova and into shallow left. There's a base hit.
Yeah, give him a base hit on that. Cordova tried to play the second hop. He should have scooped it on the first hop and went between his legs into the shallow left field. Give him a base hit. He hit it pretty hard.
Mississippi Valley has only scored 3 runs across 3 games. 2 of them scored by Devon Mims and 1 by Yodani Ofariel Ortiz. Here's Maury Weaver with 1 on first and nobody out. Just underway here on a windy and overcast day. First strike thrown of the day by Joel Corey. Yes. Weaver, a .250 hitter, 23 runs on 29 hits, 11 doubles. That's a team high. 1 triple, 3 homers, 14 RBI. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Start him off with a changeup right there.
And on a week where the Wildcats have played 6 games in 6 days and needed some good pitching, boy, they've gotten it. That one's in the dirt. Runner goes to second. Here's the throw from Rodriguez. It is
safe.
In time, but the ball is out of the glove of Olison.
Olison made the tag. Ball came out. Gave him a stolen base.
But the last 2 days, which have been just picture perfect. Today, it's a little windy. Wind blowing left to right off the river.
I'll still give it a 7. We had 10 yesterday. I give today a 7.
Count is 1-2 on Weaver. Here's the pitch righty to righty. Swing and a miss. Got him. First strikeout for Joel Corey. 1 down.
You know, the ball, the slider is his pitch so far earlier in the ball game. Slider and that changeup. He's still trying to spot his fastball.
Here's Ty Washington batting .316. 15 runs on 31 hits. 5 doubles, 2 homers, 20 RBI for Washington. He has himself a nice little series, even though the Delta Devils are 0-3. Didn't play the second game yesterday, but in the first game, had a hit, and then on Friday, was on base 3 times. One 0. Swing and a miss. Behind on the fastball. And if Joel Corey settles in, as I mentioned, we've had some great pitching performances. Capped off last night, the second game of the doubleheader, complete game by Daniel Gaviria. And the one run he gave up was unearned off an error. 1-1. Breaking ball finds the zone, 1-2.
His breaking pitch has been look good so far in his first inning, man. That breaking ball is really hitting the corner.
Corey deals. That one's grounded towards short. Jamie Villafane, playing only his second game back from injury, makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Good to see him back out in the infield.
Yeah, the Wildcats have adjusted their lineup accordingly. Cordova, who has been playing second for the most part of the last month, has gone to third. Villafane maintains his place rightfully at second. Olison at short, rather. Olison at second, Sufrain at first. Outfield the same. Chun, Figueroa, Rivera left to right. Here's Will Menendez. And the first pitch to him, swinging him in.
That's that slider.
Menendez top batting average on the team at 340. 22 runs on 36 hits, 10 doubles, 4 homers. That's a team high, and 36 RBI. Ground ball towards third. This time Cordova will glove it and make the play to end the inning. So they work around the opening base hit and get the next 2 to go 1, 2, 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Mississippi Valley 0, Wildcats coming to bat. This is Bethune-Cookman University Baseball on CatEye Network. Wildcats coming to bat. Bottom of the first, no score here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. Final of a 4-game series. Wildcats looking for the sweep. And on the mound, the Delta Devils have saved their best for last. The pitcher is Jesus Campa, the junior from El Paso, Texas, transfer from El Paso Community College. Daniel Figueroa, who, like most of the Wildcat batting orders, had a pretty good weekend, stands in. The first pitch to him is low, and it actually gets away from Washington behind the plate. Campa is 1-1 in 12 appearances. He's thrown 37 2/3 innings. Pitch skips it to the plate again, 0-2. He's allowed 27 runs on 35 hits, 21 earned. Striking out 24, walking 16. He's allowed 5 doubles, a triple, 6 homers, 7 wild pitches. And his ERA is 5.02, which is the best on this Mississippi Valley staff. That one low, 3.0. But just like it has been the rest of the weekend, the overarching theme for this order is you chase the starter and work from there. 3-0. 4-pitch walk to Figueroa, so just like he started off the last game.
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble with those walks. There's an old saying: if he walks, he eventually will come around to score.
So Daniel Figueroa, in the second game of the doubleheader, led off with a hit by pitch. In the first game of the doubleheader, he did not play, and then on Friday night, he led off with a hit by pitch. So the 3 games he's played in this series, he's had a free pass all 3 times. First pitch is low, and a 5th straight ball. This is Garrett Sean. 1 hit away from 100 in his college career is Garrett.
We're going to save that ball for him, too?
That's
up to Johnny, huh?
Up to Johnny. And the 1-0 is in there for a strike. First strike thrown by Campa. Hasn't looked like he's got a ton of velocity, Campa. Garrett also chasing that team RBI lead as he's batting .238 on the season. There's a strike, 1-2. Sean with 31 RBI. He's right behind Jose Gonzalez, who's got 34. They've been trading that lead back and forth all season. Here's the 1-2 from Campa. Runner goes, hit in the air to center field. Moving over Holmes, he makes the catch. Figueroa has to retreat to first.
He got up under a curveball that time. Campos had pitched 2 nice fastballs on the outside corner. Tried to come inside, and he popped them up.
Now with 1 down, here's Sergio Rivera, who's had a pretty darn good week. Rivera batting .290. 31 runs on 45 hits, a team-high 10 doubles, 2 triples. No homers, 23 RBI for Rivera. And he hit him. Got him on the back. He squared the bunt. The ball went behind him, and I think it clipped his shoulder as it went back there.
I was watching a video clip last night. There was a young man. I can't remember what college. His first 9 at bats.
Sacramento State.
Sacramento State. First 9 at bats, he was plunked. Yeah, their logo almost looks like South Carolina. So
Hornets of Sacramento State.
Hornets.
The Big West Conference. Now here's the RBI leader on the team, Jose Gonzalez. He's got 2 on and nobody out, and he watches the pitch low, ball 1. Led off the scoring of the weekend in the first inning on Friday with an RBI triple to right field. And continued the theme of Wildcats mashing baseballs yesterday as he takes a strike. As he hit a long home run to left. A solo shot in the second inning.
And the wind is blowing the opposite direction.
Yeah, the wind's blowing to right today.
I showed it to manager Sufrain. He laughed real hard.
1-1. And it hit him. Did it? No, it just skipped past the catcher and went to the backstop. The runners will move up 90 feet. So now Figueroa is on third. Rivera is on second. This has been
I think he hit the umpire because he's trying to walk it off.
It's been a tough opening of the inning for Campa.
He's going to the trainer, too, to get some of that free zone.
So what it sounded like it hit Gonzalez. Must have hit the umpire.
On his shin guard, on his foot. He's walking it off.
And I'll tell you what, Daryl, it is as windy as it's been for a couple weeks out here at the Jag. Yeah. Remember earlier in the season, the series against Florida A&M and the non-conference games against Jacksonville and FIU, the wind was really whipping. But it's been calm the last 2 weeks or so. But today, and it's not coming off the ocean. It's going out to
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
As there's a low pressure system coming in from the middle of the state. It's supposed to rain this afternoon and this evening. There were some rumors yesterday that we might push the game a little bit earlier today just to try and get ahead of the weather. But
we didn't ever get the umpire back when you get out of here. Yeah, he's taking his time, though.
Yeah.
He felt that one. He immediately walked off.
That might have been the hardest pitch that Campa's thrown so far. He really wanted to blow it by Jose Gonzalez, who.
Well, he hit him on the wrist, looked like.
Yeah.
They're looking at his wrist.
Yeah. But Campa's sat in the dugout and watched this Wildcats team tee off on his fellow pitchers all week long. 2 home runs, 3 triples.
You trying to back him off the plate, you think?
A little bit. Although, all these righty pull power hitters, like Rivera, like Gonzalez, like Cordova, are not going to like that the wind is blowing against them today. And at a pretty good clip, too. Yeah, you're right. He's
flexing his
flexing that
wrist.
left arm. Is Christopher Pittman, the home plate umpire. We hope he is all right. Well, we get back to it. The count is 2-1 on the best hitter the Wildcats have. Jose Gonzalez batting .361. 29 runs on 52 hits, 5 doubles, 4 triples, a team-high 4 homers.
Time. He's still taking
and
time out.
34 RBI.
He just called time again.
Daniel Figueroa walked to lead off the game. Then Garrett Chun flied out to center. Rivera was hit by a pitch, runners on first and second, and then the wild pitch that just caused the timeout moved them over. And it's bounced to the plate from Campa. He just hasn't been able to find the strike zone early. And it's 3-1.
Campa has a stout build. He has big legs. The pitchers use their legs for their power. He has some strong legs. He's a big kid. Like he could have played tight end or linebacker in football.
Campa listed at 6'2", 230.
Yeah, that's linebacker size.
And it's up and in, ball 4. Gonzalez walks, so 3 of the first 4 batters for the Wildcats get on via the free pass, and it'll be Manny Sufrain with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Here comes the head coach for Valley out.
Yep. C.J. Bilbray. Talked to him a little bit before the game.
Yeah, we did.
He's first year at Valley, and
in the SWAC.
He's got his work cut out for him. It's a tough place to recruit. It's a tough place to play in Itabena, but they have been good in the past. We talked about their 4 straight SWAC championships in the early 2000s.
So they're in a rebuild mode. Another good year of recruiting. They'll win some ball games.
And I still claim that if they were in the West, they would be in contention for a playoff spot. Right now,
the tougher teams are in their division. The top teams, 4 teams.
I think the top 4 teams of the conference are all in the East.
Yep.
Here's Manny. Bases loaded, 1 down, and Campa deals. Low, ball 1. And if I'm Gonzalez or Sufrain or anybody
taken
on this Wildcat batting line, I'm taking until we get 1. Force him to throw a strike.
Man, that win, boy, he's trying to go for that right field today.
Manny got 3 home runs on the year, second on the team. Outside, ball 2.
He's really struggling right now with his fastball. He tried to come outside with it.
Wildcats, not much of a power hitting team, not as much as they are last year.
Yeah, last year they had a bunch of bangers. This year we have a couple of guys that hit doubles and singles.
Yeah. But a lot of times it's more efficient winning ball games by just moving that carousel 1 base at a time.
You not looking for the big inning. Continue to score runs.
2-0, low 3-0. And you're right. He's either over-rotating or under-rotating on that fastball, and he hasn't found the zone with it.
He's thrown it 4 different ways already.
Wildcats come into the game 23-17, 13-4 in the SWAC, second place in the East behind Florida A&M. 3-0. Low 4-pitch walk, and the Wildcats are on the board.
Give Manny an RBI just for standing there.
Figueroa walks in from third. Rivera goes to third. Gonzalez on second. Sufrain walks to first. And it's 1-0 Bethune-Cookman without recording a hit. So, really, the Wildcats have picked up right where they left off, because in the 7th inning last night, there's 5 straight walks to walk in the winning quote-unquote run.
Well, actually, we did the same thing Wednesday night in Miami.
First pitch, a strike to Jorge Rodriguez, the catcher.
Yeah, he had some velo on that one. That was up around 91, 92.
Rodriguez looking for some RBI, only 9 on the season, batting .288. Bases loaded, 1 out here, bottom of the first, 1 already in. Campa has the ball get to the backstop, and coming in to score is Sergio Rivera. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Rivera in on the wild pitch. Gonzalez to third, Sufrain to second, 2-0 Bethune-Cookman.
Threw a nice fastball on the first pitch. Tried to overthrow it on this pitch, and it threw it in the dirt. He's changing his grip each time on it.
Yeah. 2 wild pitches in the inning already. And now second and third with Rodriguez. Still only 1 out. The Chun sack flies. The only ball that's been put in play so far. Yeah, it's a strike to the knees, and it's 1-1. Right here, baby, right here. You got it. Right here, baby. The Wildcats have seen Campa, although briefly. He started the third of the 3-game series in Mississippi that was called for rain only after 2/3 of an inning, and he throws it away again. In from third comes Gonzalez. He'll score, and it's 3-0 on a third wild pitch in the inning.
Yeah, the young man struggling on his fastball. It's the grip. He threw a nice fastball to open up the batter inning, and he's trying to re-grip it and throw that same pitch, and it's not being successful.
We've got somebody warming up in the Mississippi Valley bullpen already. We've seen him already this weekend. It's Braden Eftink. Threw a couple of innings yesterday in the first game.
Utility guy.
And it's low, and the ball gets away again. Another wild pitch. Another run scores. And it's 4-0. My goodness. 4 wild pitches in the inning, 3 of them directly leading to runs.
Nobody's going to talk to him either. They don't let him struggle it out. Got a little bullpen action going.
Yeah, as I said, Eftink over there in the bullpen. Here's the 3-1. Outside ball 4 and another walk. 5th walk of the inning for Bethune-Cookman.
First pitch of that at bat was beautiful. He struggled 5 other pitches.
And here's Ramses Cordova, who I don't think you could have a better week than Ramses Cordova has.
Yeah, they're going to the bullpen.
2 home runs, 1 on Friday, 1 on Tuesday. And Campa only goes a third of an inning, gives up 4 runs on no hits and 5 walks and 3 wild pitches, and they'll go to Eftink. Braden Eftink had a really interesting day yesterday.
That's a utility guy, right?
Yep. Started as the DH, then came into pitched 1 inning, and then went to catcher.
Never seen that before. Well, maybe in Little League.
Yeah.
He should get utility man of the year in the SWAC, man.
Campa only barely avoids the dreaded infinity ERA because of the flyout to Garrett Chun in center. It was the second at-bat of the game. Since then, hit by pitch, walk, and 3 wild pitches to boot have scored the 4 Bethune-Cookman runs. In the second game of the doubleheader yesterday, the Wildcats also jumped out early. They scored 3 in the first and 4 in the second, and didn't score again until the 6th. And in the first game, they were stifled a little bit by Armando Sierra.
Well, Sierra was one of the better pitchers on the roster. And he had our number for a little while until we worked the count and began to hit that baseball. Got into the bullpen.
But Campa came into the game with the lowest ERA on this staff. at 5:02. Applet's going to raise up pretty considerably, and we'll go to F-Tink. Braden F-Tink, a junior from Cape Girardeau, Maryland, transfer from Three Rivers College. Pitched yesterday, through 1 inning, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. On the season, in 19 1/3 innings, he's got an 8.38 ERA. Ramses Cordova, the first man to face him, with Rodriguez on first, and still 1 out, 4 already in the first for the Wildcats. And the first pitch is strike. Really, all F-Tink needs to do is just throw strikes and let the defense do some work. 0-1. Ground ball, base hit fair, down the third baseline and going to the corner. Rodriguez rounding second. He's on his way to third. They're going to send him home. Whoa, no. That's a big old hold at third from Rodriguez as he dives back to the mound, but it's a double for Ramses Cordova.
He was lumbering like he's a catcher, round the bases.
Oh, he is a catcher.
That's why. He looked like Johnny Bench trying to go around there, but you can tell those big guys got those long strides, man. And I thought he was going to try to make it home.
And the Wildcats, who have 4 runs already, that was their first hit. And it was a laser beam down the left field line. It barely stayed fair behind the bag and rolled into the corner. Now here's Jamie Villafane. And the ball goes over the Washington's head, and another wild pitch will score Rodriguez. 5th wild pitch of the inning. This one credited to F-Tink, and it's 5-0.
You know, in our pregame, we talked about how we wanted to come out this afternoon and continue to play good baseball and continue to win and get that momentum. We need a game like this to continue the momentum going into who we got to play the next few games, man. And we got a week off in the middle of the week.
Yeah, no midweekers this week for Bethune-Cookman. Villafane, only his second game back after a hand injury, started one of the games yesterday. And F-Tink deals upstairs.
You want to stay patient at the plate, not go for those high pitches.
Yesterday, Villafane was 0 for 3, was hit by a pitch and scored. So, rough start to his first day back, and now F-Tink can't find the strike zone as that was over the head of Villafane. But as Coach Hernandez has said to us, the best version of this team has Jamie Villafane in it. He was batting .412 before he went down with that injury. As he takes ball 4, it's another walk.
What part of the season was that?
Hey, he played most of the non-conference schedule, and he's been out for about a month, a little over a month.
Because we played well in the non-conference schedule. We really hit the ball during that period. That's why I guess his average was up then.
Yep. So Villafane is on first after another walk. And the Wildcats have sent 9 to the plate. Stolen base for Villafane at second as they don't even challenge with the potential to double steal. Yesterday, we saw the Wildcats attempt the double steal 3 times, but successful twice. The second time, they did a little reverse pitch out to the second baseman who threw back in to get the runner at home. That was Irvin Escobar. The third time, Valley did it again, but it was A.J. Smith on third, and, well, he's fast, so he was home. The count is 1-1 on Olison, who's had a pretty good weekend, and watches one inside. Olison just yesterday was 4 for 6 with 5 RBI and a double.
Let's see what he can pick up this afternoon right here.
And he had another RBI double on Friday. So for the series, he's got 7 RBI, 2 doubles. And that's...
Oh, his stats have jumped.
That's for a man who was batting only .228. And he was batting .198 coming into the weekend.
Okay, he's going to sleep well this weekend.
3-1. Inside ball 4, the bases are loaded again, and the Wildcats have batted around with only 1 hit.
Patient at the plate. We saw it against University of Miami. We scored 6 runs on 4
4
hits.
and none of those runs were on a hit. It was all walks and hit by pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's Daniel Figueroa, who walked and scored earlier in this inning. There's still only one out in the first. Pitch outside.
Remember early in the season we were saying how the 2-out thing was killing us? Now we've formed our own little niche now. Walks. We're doing well with the walks and the hit by batters.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Figueroa specifically has been a hit by pitch magnet since he's been a mainstay in the lineup. Outside 2-0.
Yeah, that 2-out thing was killing us the first half of the season. Maybe we've gotten rid of that.
But he's got 16 hit by pitches. He's only played 33 games.
That's almost what, 1 a game?
2-0. Upstairs 3-0, and now Efton can't find his zone. He started off okay.
Yeah.
After he came in.
It's that one fastball. These guys been here, played 3 games, been on the beach a couple of times. When you get on the beach, that's it. That does it.
3-0. Efton trying to avoid walking in another run. He'll step off. And this is the most uncompetitive we've seen Mississippi Valley pitching be all weekend. Just cannot find the strike zone. 3-0. Another one walks in another run, and it is ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Figueroa. As Cordova comes in from third, Villafana goes to third, Olison goes to second. Figueroa on first with a walk. It is 7-0.
That's at least 10 runs this week. We got just off walks.
It is 6-0. And now it's Garrett Chum with the bases loaded. He's got the only out of the inning, a fly ball to center with the second batter.
We have 6?
We have 6.
So at least 12 runs we scored off walks.
We had the 2 last night.
14.
Way outside. Ball gets away. Here comes the runner from third. It's Villafana, and now it's 7-0. 6th wild pitch of the inning, and 4 of them have directly resulted in a run.
I hope they don't force me to go home and watch NBA basketball this afternoon. I would like to be at the ballpark.
Well, if we're really talking about sports this afternoon, I mean,
we got hockey.
We got hockey. My Rangers are playing game 1 against the Capitals this afternoon. 7 runs in the first on 1 hit, and there's still only 1 out. And Sean, the ball gets away from the catcher again. This time Colton Olison will hold at third. Sean, ahead of the count 2-1.
So you're a Ranger and a Yankee?
Rangers, Yankees, Giants.
Oh, you're a Giant. Okay.
My dad's the complete opposite. Islanders, Mets, Jets. And
you guys have a serious split division house. I know.
And we grew up in the same household. Here's the 2-1. Ball low 3-1.
Wow, how did that happen?
Well, I grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s.
They were winning when the Giants were winning.
The Giants and Yankees were both winning. The Rangers, I don't know how it picked up the Rangers. The 3-1. Outside ball 4 to the walk.
So maybe we ought to do a trip to Yankee Stadium. I've been trying to get there, man. You want to go, man? Let's try it out.
I haven't been.
Get a weekend where we just do nothing and go to New York for the weekend.
I haven't been in a decade.
I'm just saying, let's fly up there for the weekend. I'm serious. It's on my bucket list. I fly for the weekend, go to Yankee Stadium.
Well, we're going to have another pitching change. Third of the first inning. F-Tink started okay, gave up the double to Cordova, but then walk.
We're already into our other material.
Yeah, we've gone full podcast mode, and there's 1 out the first.
Yeah.
But the Wildcats have sent 10 to the plate, and 7 have scored, and Colton Olison's still on third base. So,
I think I ran into Zach Hampel. You know who Zach Hampel is?
I've heard the name.
Zach Hampel is the guy that goes to baseball games and
he catches the balls. Yeah.
I ran into him in Wrigley Field.
So as we figure out who the new pitcher is for Mississippi Valley State, we'll take a break and have a word from Southeast Toyota dealers. You're watching Bethune-Cookman Baseball here on the CatEye Network.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through April 30th, 2024. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax tag registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
The new pitcher for Mississippi Valley State is the freshman from Chandler, Arizona, Kobe Ladd out of Corona del Sol High School. 6'1", 230. Making his 7th appearance of the season in 11 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 12 runs on 15 hits, 11 earned. Striking out 7, walking 9. Giving up 3 doubles, no triples, a home run. 1 wild pitch, 1 balk, 2 hit by pitches, and his ERA is 8.49. And the Delta Devils are just looking to try and get an out, not even necessarily get out of the inning. They've still just 1 out.
You know, Chandler, Arizona is a beautiful area. You know, they got a lot of spring training baseball, nice ballparks within a couple of hours of that place. You got almost 5 teams that train in that area.
Yep. The Wildcats have 7 runs on 1 hit and 1 out. The ball's only been in play twice. The flyout by Garrett Chun and the line drive double down the third base line by Cordova. That's it. Everything else has been either a walk or a hit by pitch. And also,
pass ball, wild pitch.
6 wild pitches as well.
Okay.
And they're on their 3rd pitcher of the first with Ladd. And the bases are back loaded as they have been for most of the inning. Colton Olison at 3rd, Daniel Figueroa at 2nd. Garrett Chun is on 1st, and the batter is Sergio Rivera, hit by a pitch and scored earlier in this inning. Was one of those 4 straight wild pitches that scored 4 runs. He was the first of them.
Your score sheet is going to be crazy later on.
Oh, I'm already over the limit. First pitch from Ladd. A right-hander pumps the fastball down the middle.
Nice looking fastball that time on the outside corner.
And I bet the instruction from the coach was just throw strikes. 0-1 to Rivera. Low 1-1. This Wildcats team really needed a week like this. They were slumping a little bit, had dropped 3 of their last 4 coming into the week, as it's low, ball 2. Had dropped 2 out of 3 to Alabama State. Really took a beating by Jackson State. They were in need of some good luck, some good mojo, and have they got it in a big way this week?
I think they found it, yeah. And you got a late getaway this week, and you got a couple of days off. Yeah.
2-1. Hit in the air to left field, not deep. Moving over is Yoakum. He makes the catch. Olison's going to try and tag and score from 3rd. He'll be there without a throw. And it is 8-zip. And everybody on the team, except Garrett Chun, has scored. That's it. He's the only holdout.
Chun's going for the record. He's not worried about runs right now. He's going to go for that record 100.
So 2 away in the inning. First out since Garrett Chun batted the 2nd batter. That's 9 straight Wildcats reached base on only 1 hit. Wildcats, of course, now lead 8-zip. And here is Jose Gonzalez, who walked his first time up. He smacks one to right field. Going back, Mims to the track. It is off the wall. Missed a home run by about 2 feet. It'll score 2 runs. A 2 RBI double for Gonzalez. Figueroa in from 2nd. Chun all the way in from 1st. That's 2 more RBI to add to Gonzalez's team lead. And it is 10-0 in the 1st inning.
He hit that thing up in the jet stream. The wind is blowing briskly to right field. He just kept carrying and carrying. Another foot, that ball was out of here. He hit the bottom of the fence. Another foot, it's a homer.
And now here's Soufrain, who walked his first time up. Both hits the Wildcats have had in this inning have both been doubles to the wall. One to right, one to left. Sufrain pops it up to left field. Yoakum tracking, and it's caught by the shortstop, Ofariel Ortiz, who went all the way back there.
That was a great play. Great play.
Well, the Wildcats get 10 runs on 2 hits, and they strand 1. They bring 14 batters to the plate. And, well, there's some run support to work with on defense now as we go to the second inning. This is Bethune-Cookman University Baseball on the CatEye Network. Back at the Jack for BCU Baseball. The Wildcats may have just had their best inning of the season. We go to the second inning, and it's 10-0. BCU. Michael Travello, Darren Latil in the broadcast booth. Joel Corey with pretty much all the run support he would ever want.
We just wanted him to throw strikes. That's it.
And this is Benny Hernandez. And he hits one foul territory, first base side, out of it. Yeah, at this point, Corey just wanted to throw strikes. Hernandez on the season as he takes a ball outside 2-1. 283 is average. 14 runs on 17 hits. He blazes one to center field, but straight at Daniel Figueroa, one away. That's really all you want. Just soft ground balls or fly balls.
Fly balls or ground balls. Give the guy some work. Get out of here.
This is Simon Yoakum, who was called off in left field by Yordani Ofariel Ortiz. The shortstop going back for the final out of the bottom of the first. Fastball misses outside. Yoakum batting .296. 9 runs on 16 hits. As there's a strike. 3 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, and 8 RBI. Mississippi Valley has 25 home runs on the season. That'll be a sword and a lazy check swing, 1 and 2.
They must have some small dimensions in their ballpark.
Because they've troubled the warning track a couple of times. Benny Hernandez hit one dead center on Friday that missed being a home run by about 5 feet. That's a swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Corey.
Blew a high fastball by him for the strikeout.
And there's 2 away. Here's Jack Early, who has also had an adventurous day yesterday. Played second base in the first game, then caught in the second game. There's first pitch strike. And
they have a few utility guys on that roster, man.
And you kind of have to when the roster is as short as Mississippi Valley's is. That one fouled away first base side.
I thought it was a misprint when I looked at our roster and their roster.
Yeah. We have about 12 more guys listed on our roster than they do.
When everybody can sit in the dugout here, we have a small roster.
That one is a wild pitch, gets to the backstop, but no harm, no foul, nobody on base. Count 2-2.
That bullpen could even sit in the dugout in its room.
But again, with a big lead, what Coach Hernandez did last night is get everybody in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we would do that again
It'll
today.
happen today.
We'll see your Xavier Cintrones and A.J. Smith. Oh, what a beauty. Slider. All right, on the outside corner for strike 3. 1, 2, 3. Go the Delta Devils. A very efficient inning for Corey. And we go to the bottom of the second. 10-0 Bethune-Cookman here on the CatEye Network. To the bottom of the second we go, and already the fourth pitcher on the hill for Mississippi Valley, and you'll recognize the name. It's Kendall Dolphin. He played third base in the first game yesterday, scored the only run for the Delta Devils, and this is his first time on the mound since 2021. 3 appearances as a sophomore in 2021, 4 as a freshman in 2020. Total ERA in 7 appearances is .978, but of course it's been 2 years.
Hope he pitches well. Hope he comes in and throws strikes and have a 1, 2, 3 inning.
He'll face Jorge Rodriguez first up, and to me, it feels like this is kind of a Highland Hall situation. He played right. It was our everyday right fielder last year, but he came in to pitch twice. Got a spot start once in the midweeker against USF, just when the bullpen was taxed and needed somebody. And his first pitch is low. He comes straight down with it. Got a really short windup as Dolphin.
And he has something on his wrist that he can't have while he's pitching, too. There's a band on his wrist.
Yeah, he's not reaching back very far. 2-0. He only about just torquing that shoulder a little bit. Completely opposite the pitcher yesterday. There's a strike. It was in the second game.
Every pitch has been the same speed.
Yep. Snipes, who started yesterday for Mississippi Valley, reached so far back behind him, popped away, and it's 2-2.
Snipes had a longer stride and had that arm behind him.
Yep.
He's just whipping it up.
He looks like he's throwing from third to first on the mound, does Dolphin. 2-2. Low, 3-2. And everything's either been low or in the zone. And that time he came inside, forced Rodriguez to foul it away. It's not just been a good week for BCU baseball. It's been a good week for the athletic department in general. We had the spring game yesterday. Football well and truly underway. That one's popped up, foul, first base side, out of play. Town holds full. And then maybe the most banner moment of the week was not BCU beating Miami in baseball. It was Katie Robinson, women's golf SWAC individual champion.
That's a great feat. Congratulations go out to her and the Lady Wildcat team.
Yep. Wildcats overall placed second. They'll have one more as it's ball four outside. Rodriguez walks.
You got to give the coach props too.
Yeah. Harry Stokes got Women's Coach of the Year.
Way to go, Harry.
They'll have one more meet this year in women's golf. Go to the PGA Works HBCU National Championship. Not this week, but the week after. And that one's hit in the air to the right side. Foul. This is Ramses Cordova. Cordova doubled down the left field line and came in to score back in the first. Pick off to first. Of course, you weren't out there at the spring game yesterday because you were here with me calling baseball doubleheader, but you're out there around the football team at practice and inside ball one. What do you make of the football team going into the spring? Although you can't really tell much. You're so far away.
When I went out, I looked for the morale. I looked for the style of practice. They practice fast. They're always moving, and they practice early in the morning, man. 4:30 a.m. I can hear them from my bedroom.
1-1, low 2-1.
But I went out and I saw some great athletes. You know, you got kid Cam Ransom and Luke Sprague battling out for the quarterback position. We're going to have an interesting year.
You were telling me about the quarterback battle and about Ransom and Sprague, and that one's hit towards short, could be two. Flip to second for one, and it's dropped. On to first, and safe. So is everybody safe? Yes, everybody's safe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Ofriel Ortiz fielded it at short, flipped it to early at second, who dropped the ball, picked it up through to first late, and everybody's safe. So Rodriguez to second, but over to first. That is a routine double play ball as you can muster.
The second baseman botched it on the throw to first. He dropped it. They still could have called him out at second.
And if they said it was on the transfer, but they must have said it was on the catch.
Yeah.
First pitch, a strike outside corner to Jamie Villafane. They called it a fielder's choice to put Cordova on first. So first and second, nobody out. But again, you were talking about Ransom and Sprague and Sprague sticking around.
And Bethea.
Sticking around.
Yeah.
That one grounded towards short. Diving stop by Ofriel Ortiz. Throws to third. In time. What a play.
Yeah.
That's two really nice plays with short by Ofriel Ortiz. He was let down by the middle infield last time. This time he does it all himself.
I think I texted you that I went to Wawa 3 times today last week. And every time I was entering, guess who was coming out?
Luke
Sprague. That's his eating place right there, man.
So 2 straight fielder's choices with the out at third. And there's one away in the inning. Here's Xavier Cintrone, already pinch hitting for Colton Olison, who's done after just 1 plate appearance.
Get some guys in.
Skip to the plate, ball 1. So
I used to see the baseball team coming out of there since it's so close to the ball for a while. I'm used to seeing those guys, but Luke was stacking his book bag, man, with plenty of food.
But you said he looks good.
He looked good, man. He says he's healthy, and it looked like he's been in the weight room. He looks even bigger than he was. He's tall already.
Fouled away.
His upper body he had a transformation in his upper body. You can tell he's been doing some rehab because he was much wider.
It's going to take some doing to unseat Cam Ransom, though.
Oh, yeah. Cam is going to shot some people in the sweat.
He is an athlete. Can run, can throw. He's a big guy. He almost looks like a linebacker playing quarterback.
Looks like Cam Newton.
Swing and a miss by Cintrone 1-2.
But he's left-handed. He's a lefty quarterback. Out of Lakeland, played at Georgia Southern and went over to McNeese State.
What I've heard about the spring game yesterday, the defense looked ahead of the offense. That always happens in the spring.
Defense flying around. Out the one thing I saw, and they were flying around, and they were in shoulder pads and shorts.
1-2. Outside, 2-2.
Well, you got some new kids in the secondary. You got some old. You got Coach Woody's son. He's a leader already on the team. You got some D linemen that played well last year, and we got some kids that's coming. So what you saw yesterday won't be the same thing you see in August.
2-2. You talk about those 4:30 a.m. practices, and when the season starts, I got to be out at those.
Good boy, better you than me.
Get the interviews for the pregame show and check in with everybody. So that's
I can hear the music.
The only thing about football season that I really don't look forward to, outside ball four, synthrone walks, and the bases are loaded. And we got A.J. Smith hitting for Daniel Figueroa.
On the times during the season when I travel with you guys, we're gonna eat good now. We're gonna go out and eat. But on the times I travel with alumni, I'll bring it with me.
So here's A.J. Smith, who had one of the highlights of yesterday, stealing home on a double steal when they tried to pick him off, and he still was safe. So Smith with the bases loaded, and he watches strike one outside corner. He also had two really impressive base hits. Both to left field, got ahead of it, pulled it, dropped it in the gap.
This kid's a difference maker in the lineup. He brings he brings a spark because of his speed, and then now his bat is starting to come around.
Smith wearing numero uno, junior from Kilgore, Texas, transferred from Wharton County Junior College, and he's one of those players that if he can commit here for 2 years and maybe even a graduate year, he could be a difference maker for a while for this team.
He could be trouble in the SWAC as a leadoff hitter.
0-2 from Dolphin. Outside.
That's a good eye right there.
1-2. Yeah, it was really close. If we had the umpire behind the plate who was there yesterday, it would have been strike three.
Anything walking back to the dugout.
Yeah. Reminder, we are still only in the bottom of the second upstairs, 2-2. We've already been playing baseball for 55 minutes. The Wildcats are up 10-0 and have the bases loaded with one out here in the second. Dolphins throws to Smith. He hits it high in the air to left. Moving over Yoakum. He makes the catch. Tagging and coming home from third is Ramses Cordova. He'll score without a throw. It's 11-0 for Bethune-Cookman.
Get a little man on RBI. Did his job. Got that run in. Got up under a fastball. Top left field.
First RBI of the season for Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He's scored 6 runs on 5 hits. Most of those as a pinch runner.
Right. They're congratulating him in the dugout. That's his first RBI ribby of the season. He's playing great baseball.
Yep. And now here's Garrett Chun, still one base knock away from 100 on his career. Looking for it right now. First and second with 2 down. And he swings and misses at a high fastball. Dolphins got some decent velocity.
He got some sneaky speed there. He has a great fastball, two-seamer.
And low, 1-1. This is a team that really, these 7 games, 4 against Valley and 3 against Alabama A&M, you can't take too much away from the results. Those are the bottom 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. The 1-1 is a strike outside corner, 1-2. But what you can take away from it is momentum and team morale and the realization that, yes, you can play well consistently over a long period of time.
And we're proving it right now with these 6 games.
Dolphins 1-2. Outside in the dirt, 2-2.
6 games in 7 days.
As I mentioned to you yesterday, that's
Unlike
SWAC tournament numbers.
That's minor league way. You play 6 games in 7 days in minor leagues.
Yep. Tortuga's back at home this week, starting Tuesday. Off the end of the bat, coming in Yoakum, and he's just going to let it drop in front of him. There it is, number 100. It's also going to be an RBI, as coming home from second is Villafane.
Throw that ball out.
Hit number 100 in the career of Garrett Chun is an RBI single. Xavier Syntrone goes from first to third. Villafane scores from second. Little bloop single to left. Just took that one the other way on an outside fastball.
Good to see the kid, man, get that 100th hit.
He'll probably come out now. He's probably in there for that. And
then next time we'll be looking for number 3,000 another 8 years from now in the major leagues. Could happen to a better kid, man.
So Sergio Rivera is done. And pitch hitting is Jason Hodges. Hodges got in the game yesterday, the second game of the doubleheader.
Yeah, I talked to him before the game. He said, if I get another chance, I'm going again. I'm going back to that wall.
And immediately tripled and then came around to score. And he's looking for it, too. That was a big old swing.
He was going to right field. He's a big kid, man. He's like 6'3", man. I walked up on him. His hand just engulfed my hand.
6'4", 210, Jason Hodges.
You know, comes from a basketball family. His uncle played for the Chicago Bulls.
He's behind 0-2, though, with 2 outs here in the second. Wildcats already have 2 runs in the inning, lead 12-0. And Dolphin deals way outside. Nice pick by Washington behind the plate.
Craig Hodges from Chicago Bulls back in the day, man. That's his uncle.
It's crazy when you research all the kids that are playing now and where their family played and continuing the athletic tradition. As that one hits Hodges on the foot, his second hit by pitch in 4 plate appearances this weekend. And he's on first.
You have more kids now in Major League football, baseball, football, and basketball who are sons of former pro athletes.
So Jose Gonzalez is done. This is Michael Rodriguez.
Another freshman.
A really impressive freshman as well. Started against Florida State. Had an RBI. And he hits one in the air to left field and foul. That one is in the parking lot. Good Lord, he got a hold of that one.
That thing would have cleared the old tennis courts. It's over there by the courthouse.
My
wow.
Goodness. And that's a strike outside corner 0-2. I don't think Dolphin's going to give him another pitch to hit after seeing that. I mean, Rodriguez in his 5 hits this season, as he strikes out looking on the outside corner. Rodriguez in his 5 hits this season only has kind of like, has been the, ground ball, base hit, line drive, short center, short left. He clobbered that one. It was just a little bit foul, but the Wildcats get 2 more runs on 1 hit. They leave the bases juiced. We go to the 3rd inning of play, 12-0 Bethune-Cookman here on the CatEye Network. Lots of defensive changes for Bethune-Cookman as we head to the 3rd. It's a 12-0 lead for the Wildcats. Joel Corey still on the mound. And a first pitch strike to Yodani Ofaril Ortiz, who made 2 nice defensive plays at shortstop in the last inning. That one hit in the air to right field, not deep. Jason Hodges makes the catch, and there's one away. Jason Hodges replaces Rivera in right. A.J. Smith now in center. Frankie Febles playing third. Xavier Cintrone at second, and Jack Gidcombe at first. Those are your defensive changes so far.
Got a lot of young kids out there, man. Good-looking kids. Good-looking freshman Coach Johnny has brought in this year.
Yep. Well, Hodges
been around. Hodges is senior.
Hodges knows spring chicken.
Yeah, he's a senior.
But
you're fifth-year senior, too.
This is the 9-hole hitter, Devon Mims. He scored 2 of the 3 runs that the Delta Devils have this week, and he lines one right over the diving glove of Cintrone at second. And there's the second hit of the game for Mississippi Valley. Close to a spectacular play there from Xavier.
Yeah, he went at that thing, man. He laid out in the air, just nipped the glove, went into center field.
So, a lot of these names new to this team, but not really new to college baseball. Gidcombe a junior, Smith a junior, Hodges a senior, Febles, been here a couple years. He's a 5th-year senior. But just not an everyday kind of player this year with the talent that's been brought in from the junior college level. Corey deals outside. The count is 2-0 to Draylon Holmes. We're back to the top of the order for the Delta Devils. Pitches and strike. So I have to adjust my scorecard accordingly. You've been lots of changes.
They're using a pencil, I see.
Yep. I always have kept score by hand, even when I was in high school.
I even did basketball stats by hand.
I used to do, again, when I was working high school games, I used to do basketball stats by hand. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Here's a 3-1.
It's all
fouled away.
It's all computerized now.
Yeah.
Shot 21, rebound 18.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Corey still smooth as you like on the mound, giving up 2 hits so far through 2 1/3. Runner goes to second. Ground ball through the left side and into left field. Going to third is Mims. Here's the throw. Mims is safe. And so Mississippi Valley starting to hit the ball. Draylon Holmes is single. Mims all the way to third. First and third, one down. We've played 3 games so far in this series, and Mississippi Valley scored 1 run in each game. And here's Maury Weaver. Runners on the corners with 1 down. Wildcats would love a double play here.
Yeah, it's in order.
As Corey deals, runner goes to second. They throw down there. And he got him. Draylon Holmes caught stealing a beautiful throw by Rodriguez. And there's 2 away. And
that was a strong throw there.
Yeah. Mims stayed at third. I would have thought that they would try to do a BCU to try and double steal that. Upstairs, ball 2 to Maury Weaver, who struck out his first time out.
Our catching position is strong, too. We got about 3 good catchers, man.
Gidcombe's at first right now. He's the 3rd-string catcher. And then, of course, you've got Rodriguez and Escobar, who've traded back and forth all season long.
This kid right here just shot out a guy, one of the fastest runners on the team.
Bethune-Cookman this week has lowered their team ERA down to 4.70. As it's upstairs, they go back to third, and safe, barely, is Mims. It's a walk to Weaver, first free pass of the game given up by Corey. And once again, there's runners on the corners for Mississippi Valley, this time with 2 outs. That'll bring up Ty Washington. But yeah, a ERA of 4.70. That is a SWAC best by over 100 points. Next best at Jackson State, 5.75.
That shows we have some great pitching and some great fielding.
Well, fielding percentage, Bethune-Cookman, On top of the SWAC as well, 967. Grambling State second, 965. Florida A&M, 964.
They're coming. They're going to bring the trainer out to look at
Joel,
Yeah.
and in a game like
pointing
this,
at his back.
in a game like this, even if it's just something simple as back tightness, I think you take him out. You can't risk one of your probably your fourth best arm on the staff. Although after his performance at Miami this week, I think Colby Lepovsky would beg to differ on that. But from what I've seen so far this season, fourth best arm on the staff, you're not going to risk him as Yoancel Diaz quickly goes out there to the bullpen. Also out there, as I take a look at my roster,
That kid Torres is a great closer.
Carlos Jasmin. Yeah, Pablo Torres as well. He has 3 saves in 5 games this week.
He stifled the Hurricanes.
Got that soft ground out to end the game right on Wednesday with the Hurricanes threatening. But yeah, I think they're probably just going to an abundance of caution with Joel Correa, especially in a game that's 12-0. And they're just giving time for Carlos Jasmin to warm up. Jasmin is a freshman from San Juan, Puerto Rico, and has found a bit of a rough going early on in this season. A 9 ERA in 6 appearances. But this is the kind of game where someone like Jasmin can come in and grab some confidence.
That's what you want to see right now with these young guys getting an opportunity to play these in the last couple of games. Everybody's getting confident. Everybody's hitting the ball. Everybody's playing great defense. This is what you want to see this time of the season.
Because when you come down to the SWAC tournament, and maybe even beyond, you're going to need everybody, especially playing 6 games in 6 days. Like the SWAC tournament demands you do, you're going to need everybody in the rotation. You're going to need everybody on the bench to step up. And it may just be for that one at-bat or one inning, but you need to be ready. And we saw that with Yoancel Diaz last year. He had an ERA over 10. He came in with the game on the line against Grambling State in the semifinals and shut him down, struck out the side.
And another thing, too, you play in a minor league ballpark, and you have to play the end of your season on the road because of scheduling.
Only 2 home series left for the Wildcats after this.
He's coming out.
Yep, Corey's going to come out. They're just giving time for Jasmin to warm up. Rest of the Cats' schedule on the year, they don't have a midweeker this week, but then they're on the road at Alabama A&M, on the road at Florida A&M, on the road at Jackson State, and then home at Alabama. They only have 1 home series left. And that's the downside of playing here at the Jack with the Tortugas. You have to build around their schedule.
They play home 7 days, 6 days in a row, then they go on 6 days.
And because you have to front load all of that home schedule early in the season, because you got to play when the minor league club is not in session, that means you got to play most of the rest of the season on the road. And that back-to-back at Florida A&M, at Jackson State.
That's going to be a monster. But if we are playing this top style of baseball, it could fare well for the Cats to play tough like that going into conference play. If we continue to play like this the next couple of weeks and then go into conference play, could vote well.
Yeah.
Because I heard Johnny saying he screwed up on the schedule playing Florida State and playing a couple of midweek games before we played Jackson State, and he thought that would play a big part in the Jackson State series, and it probably did.
Well, the first 2 games, of course, were close, and then the Wildcats just went to sleep in game number 3. Probably the most lopsided game of the year that the Wildcats will play. Although I don't think this one's going to get to that level. But again, the series against Florida A&M in Tallahassee, the series against Jackson State in Mississippi, those are going to be the 2 series that probably decide the top 3 teams in the East. And, of course, Alabama State's coming on strong lately. If we look at the Eastern Conference standings, Bethune-Cookman 14-4 in second. They're now just a half game back of Florida A&M on the win side, 15-2. Jackson State 9-7, Alabama State 8-8. So, and we also need the teams below us to kind of beat up on each other to keep us in that second seed. And because really, with the way the end of the season is, with all the top teams playing each other in the East, that 1 through 4 could go any which way.
Like I said before, if you keep playing great baseball like this to end the season, and you're getting 6 games in 3 days, right? And within a week here, it simulates the conference play. You see how the rotation is going. This could just be a tune-up for what we need.
Yeah. Others things in the SWAC East, Alabama A&M 4-13, Mississippi Valley 1-17. In the West, it is anybody's game. Texas Southern 13-3, Grambling State 11-5, Southern 10-6, Prairie View 10-7. Any one of those teams could grab the top 4 spots. We just have no idea what's going on over there.
SWAC baseball, SWAC football, and SWAC basketball going to be heard from the next few years.
Yeah. Arkansas Pine Bluff 4-13, Alcorn 1-14. But again, with the fact that we don't see the West until the tournament means that we really don't know, right? We don't know what they've got. You know that they're very competitive because the records say they are, and everybody's beating everybody else. Anyway, back to play. Carlos Hasmean on the mound. He will face Ty Washington. And
He's trying to get the pitch count.
Mississippi Valley has runners on the corners with 2 down. Still nobody in for the Delta Devils. Wildcats looking to keep it that way. First pitch to Washington. Off the end of the bat, there's a base hit to right field. So in from third is Devon Mims. He's got 3 of the 4 runs that have been scored this week.
So anytime he gets on base, he might bring it in.
Yep.
Just for them.
Washington with a little RBI single to the first base side. And there's first and second for Will Menendez.
Could you imagine going back home and saying, hey, man, I had 3 of the 4 runs in Daytona?
He's had a good week. The rest of the offense for Mississippi Valley State really hasn't. It's been scattered hits. And the pitching staff has walked way too many guys. Hasmean up and in ball 1. Menendez grounded to short his first time up. That ended the first. Carlos deals. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Has allowed 6 runs on 11 hits, all earned. Striking out 6, walking just 1. So the bones are there for Carlos. He's just not consistent enough, and he hasn't gotten a lot of time on the mound. Then this is just his 7th appearance of the year. Ground ball up the middle. Cintrone can't get to it. It's another run for Mississippi Valley, and this is the first time they've scored more than 1 run in a game all series. Coming home from third is Weaver, and it's 2-0.
Now, these runs belong to who? Which pitcher?
This will be on Corey.
Okay.
Because the runners on base were his. And they'll be earned runs because they were base hits and not errors. So 2 straight ground ball singles to the first base side. Plate 2 runs for Mississippi Valley.
The 10-run rule is still in effect, now.
Yeah, it's 12-2. But again, we don't get to that until the 7th inning. Got to play 7. Did he go? No. It says the first base umpire, Charles Reddick. The batter is Benny Hernandez. Flew out center his first time up back in the 2nd. And he's got Washington at 2nd. Menendez at 1st after back-to-back RBI singles. 1-0. Outside. Didn't miss by much, but it's 2-0. You can't really get complacent here if you're Bethune-Cookman, even with a 12-0, now 12-2 lead. Fouled away 2-1. Yes, it's a chance to get some guys working out of the bullpen as we see some more players trot down there. Yoancel Diaz on his way.
The Dolphin is still warming up down in the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean he's been the best looking pitcher Valley's had so far. Here's the pitch, fouled away 2-2.
They got a bead on this guy.
Hasmean doesn't really have the velocity that anybody else that Mississippi Valley's faced this weekend has. The 3 starters, Gaviria, Bocabello, Gamboa, or even Corey today. Hasmean, big breath, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 3.
Nice pitch.
Hasmean gets out of it. He allows 2 runs, but the
Hold up.
Wildcats still lead
The
12 to
umpire trying to
2.
say it hit the ball. The ball hit the ground. They're gonna have to talk about that.
Right now, he called it strike 3.
Right. But he's trying to say it was a foul ball. It hit the ground.
Nope, and they've changed their minds. So not the end of the inning. Count holds 2-2 on Hernandez, who's made contact every time he swung the bat. 3 foul tips.
Now, the second base umpire see that? The home plate umpire did. 2-2.
Carlos once again looking to get out of the inning. And he does. That time, a lazy slider is swung on and missed by Hernandez, rather. 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 left, and we go to the bottom of the third. 12-2 Wildcats on the CatEye Network. Jack Gidcombe leads off for Bethune-Cookman as they continue to get everybody in. Gidcombe went into the top of the inning to play defense at first base. Pitcher is still Kendall Dolphin, making his first appearance on the mound since 2021. And he didn't pitch badly, went the full inning. Gave up 2 runs on 1 hit. That one lined straight to short. Early makes the catch. And there's 1 down.
He might earn a spot in the rotation.
Who knows?
Yeah. He has pitched a couple of years, but looks good here.
Jorge Rodriguez, one of the few Wildcat fielders that has not been rotated. Chun was still in there last time to hit. And a ground ball through the middle. There's a base hit for Rodriguez. Giving Mississippi Valley a little bit of their own medicine. That hard hit ground ball right back where it came from. And now it'll be Frankie Feblis to hit for Ramses Cordova. First pitch outside, ball gets away. And Coach Hernandez is not happy that Jorge Rodriguez didn't even try to go to second. You can hear that from all the way up here.
But I don't think it went far enough for him to get there, really.
Oh, yeah, it did. And you could tell Washington didn't know where the ball was for a good 5 seconds. And Rodriguez just stayed with his foot planted on first base. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Feblis batting .217. 6 runs on 5 hits, a double, and 2 RBI. Outside corner strike, and you can tell that the umpire, with a game this lopsided, has opened up that outside corner of the strike zone. He wasn't getting those earlier. 1-2. Big cut miss, and Feblis goes down.
And Dolphins smiling on the mound, laughing. He's surprising himself, I guess.
Here's Jamie Villafane. I think he's going to stay in the whole game just to get some reps. Get an early second start back from an injury. First pitch ball outside. Villafane walked and scored in the first, reached on a fielder's choice, and scored on the single by Chun in the second. And he hits one in the air to left field. Bufford, who's just come in, can't track it down. The wind takes it away from him, and it's going to hop to the warning track. Trying to score all the way from first is Rodriguez. He'll walk in there, and it's an RBI triple for Jamie Villafane.
That wind is blowing from left to right, and it made that ball tail away from the left fielder. The center fielder overran it.
The new left fielder is Noah Bufford.
Yeah, Bufford, that ball tailed away from him, and the center fielder took a different angle, and they almost crisscrossed, and the ball went in between them to the fence.
So the Wildcats have run number 13. They maintain the 11-run lead, and now here's Xavier Cintron, who walked his first time up in relief for Colton Olison. First pitch, a strike outside corner. So that's, I believe, Villafane's first hit since coming back from injury, and it's a big one, an RBI triple. Yeah, he was 0 for 4 last night in his first start with a hit by pitch.
Everyone getting the opportunity to get that.
And as I told you,
get that momentum and get that confidence going.
Before he went down with an injury, he was batting .412.
Wow.
2-1. Fouled away 2-2. Cintron batting .250, but only 5 at-bats, 3 runs on, 1 hit. Only 1 total base for Cintron as he takes a pitch upstairs, 3-2. Xavier has scored, I believe, all 3 of those runs as a pinch runner. Swing and a miss, and he goes down. That's the end of the innings. Dolphin gets 2 strikeouts, but not before a run on 2 hits. The big triple by Villafane brings home Rodriguez, and it is 13-2 Wildcats as we head to the 4th. This is Bethune-Cookman Baseball on the CatEye Network. Go to the 4th. Wildcats lead 13-2. Carlos Hasmin still on the mound for Bethune-Cookman after he replaced Joel Corey, who left the game after 2 1/3 because of an injury. Hasmin gave up 2 singles, 2 RBI singles, and then struck out Benny Hernandez to end the inning. He'll face Bufford, and the first pitch is outside, ball 1. Hasmin, the number 19 pitching prospect out of Puerto Rico, according to Perfect Game. And he gets a swing and miss from Bufford at a fastball inside.
That's saying something to be ranked in the top 20.
A very competitive baseball market down there in Puerto Rico. That time he misses inside with the fastball.
Yeah, those kids play year round down there. You got some great ball players down in Puerto Rico.
The 7th appearance on the hill for Hasmin. And he gets a foul tip right at home plate. That caught Rodriguez, and he is down in some discomfort.
Mm.
That is a hard-pitched fastball that looks like it got him where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. That's an ouch moment.
Yeah, that's the trainer's out there talking with him. And Hasmin, the only game he's pitched in where the Wildcats have won was at Mississippi Valley. He had 1 inning in the 11-2 win, which was the first meeting of the season between the two teams. Didn't give up a run, 2 hits, struck out 3. Other than that, he's played against Florida Gulf Coast, Northwestern, South Florida. In the game, the Wildcats only lost 6-5, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits. And then UCF gave up 4 runs on 4 hits in a game that UCF dominated. And of course, he pitched in the Jackson State game, which was a blowout as well.
They're giving him opportunity to get his feet wet and learn what D1 baseball and SWAT baseball is all about.
Yeah.
So
Again, still a freshman.
he's another kid we can use an arm during the playoff time who can just throw some strikes and get some outs.
Mm-hmm. And again, somebody that
You can depend
has the potential
right
to be a great player down the line here at Bethune-Cookman.
The kid's ranked number 17. He's shown some spark somewhere to be a young kid.
He's got a live arm. His fastball probably ranges up towards the mid to high 80s. Haven't seen a lot of his off speed, and then he's got some command issues. But if he cleans those up, he's got a bright career in front of him.
They're going to bring in the first baseman to come back and catch.
So they're going to take Rodriguez out.
Rodriguez was having a great game behind the plate.
Yeah, it was. He had that caught stealing on Holmes, who's one of the faster guys on the team. So Gidcom's going to catch for the second time this weekend. Caught the back half of the game, second game yesterday. Frankie Feblis is going to go to first.
Feblis at first.
And at third, we have Peter Vasquez. So Vasquez, who filled in for Villafane for the majority of the time he was injured at third base, will go back to play the hot corner as the Wildcats continue to rotate things around. I'm running out of room.
But you're getting some kids, some great time on the field, different positions, getting a chance to hit the ball, score some runs, get that confidence going. I think everything's working perfectly for John right now. The things he's trying to do with his program this time of the season, I think he's like, I know he's a praying guy, but I think he's doing the right moves at the right time, playing kids here and there too. Another thing is too, against Florida State, we played much of our bench, and those kids most of those kids were deer in headlights playing against Florida State, and they played well.
Yep. Looking at some of the defensive numbers for the Wildcats, Jorge Rodriguez, who's just gone out, has 6 caught stealings. Make that 7 with the one today. So he's tied with Irvin Escobar behind the plate. They both have 1. Trying to find Gidcom on here. Gidcom does not have a caught stealing. But again, just trying to fill the void. He's trying to get through the last, hopefully, just 4 innings here if the Wildcats can maintain that 10-run difference and get out here after 7. Coming down to the end here, Daryl.
I like to get a look at that wristband that they wear with the pitch clock pitch.
Pitch. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at that thing, man.
Yeah, but, softball, baseball.
Everybody's using them now.
Softball, baseball, golf, track and field, all coming down to the end of their spring season, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. Especially for those of us who started back in August
in
with
Memphis,
football.
Tennessee.
The
You
batter
started with volleyball, really, though.
will still be Bufford, and the count is 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Bufford down swinging. Second strikeout in a row over the inning break for Carlos Hazmi.
It's going to be tough, to have 2 strikes and another pitcher comes in you haven't seen before.
One other catcher comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and then to have that long break. Here's Jack Early, struck out his first time up against Corey. This is his first time seeing Hazmin. Righty to righty, here's the first pitch. He's got some zip on that fastball. If he can locate it well, he's going to have success. 1-0. Ground ball towards second. That'll be fielded by Cintrone, and there's one away. Cintrone throws to Feblis at first. Sorry, 2 away. Which is not a sentence I'd ever thought I'd say this season. With Feblis mostly being a third base replacement. I'm surprised they didn't bring in Irvin to play
base.
first like he did yesterday. We talked to him last night or this morning before the game about playing first for a couple of outs yesterday. Here's Yordanio for Real Ortiz. Chop foul third base side.
Is this our fisherman?
No.
That's not the fisherman.
No. Fishman's not playing today. It was Elias Pena.
Okay.
But, yeah, Irvin was almost apologetic as a breaking ball crossed the plate, strike 2, about playing first yesterday, being involved in that error that allowed the run to score, even though it really wasn't his fault. It was a bad throw. 0-2. Tried to throw the breaking ball again, missed it inside.
Yeah, the breaking ball before that one had him ducking and it went right over the plate.
Trying to get out of the inning, Hasmin. Here's the pitch. Got him. Crossed him up with the breaking ball again. 2 strikeouts in the inning as 1-2-3 go the Delta Devils. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 13-2. Bethune-Cookman here on the CatEye Network. We'll let you go with a word from your Southeast Toyota dealers.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $329 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through April 30th, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3628 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
One defensive substitution for Mississippi Valley as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Ricky Hernandez is in right field replacing Mims.
Here's our guy, AJ.
AJ Smith to bat. Taking over in the leadoff spot for Daniel Figueroa. Fly to center his first time up. And picked up his first RBI of the season. That time he lines with the left, and it's going to bounce in front of Bufford for a base hit.
I keep telling you, this guy at the top of the lineup now. Now we're going to see what a 11-run lead where we let him steal second.
Nah, I think he just got the stop sign over there at first from Hernandez. We'll see.
You don't know. First pitch, he's going. Let's see. Nope.
This is what you sometimes call a stat pattern series. But I don't think Coach Hernandez is going to run up 11, even with A.J. Smith. But I hear what you're saying about Smith potentially being a leadoff guy, especially if Figueroa's average continues to dip. We got a big thing of wind. Wind is really ripping out to right field. Garrett Shun, ground ball to second, could be two. On to first, second for one, back to first. It's high, but he did land on the base for a double play. The double plays have been an adventure for Mississippi Valley. They already had one where it went around the diamond and nobody got out. That time they get both of them. So now 2 down, and here is Jason Hodges, hit by a pitch his first time up. First pitch strike. Dolphin deals. There's a breaking ball, strike 2. He's one away from getting out of this inning lickety split.
A couple of good innings out of him.
Nobody up in the Valley bullpen. Ground ball to third. Fielded by Weaver. He'll throw across. And that's the inning. So after the single by A.J. Smith, nothing else doing after the double play. And that's the end. 1, 2, 3, go the Cats. We go to the 5th inning. It's 13-2, Bethune-Cookman on the CatEye Network. Lucky Hernandez, who came into play right field in the bottom of the 4th, will lead off for Mississippi Valley in the top of the 5th. I will get you his numbers shortly as the Wildcats lead this one 13-2. And again, they've done most of their damage in the first 2 innings. 10 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. First pitch to Ricky by Carlos Hasmin, inside corner, strike 1. Hernandez batting just 182 in 11 at-bats, and he fouls one away. And it's 0-2. And you told me something really interesting in between innings, Daryl. We're talking to athletic director Reggie Theus. 0-2, check swing. Did he go? Yes, strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout in 1 2/3 innings for Carlos Hasmin.
Wow. He's really humming it up.
He is. He's gotten a groove. And now back to the top of the order, Draylon Holmes, who had an RBI single is first. No, he singled twice. Neither of those an RBI single. Single to the first, stole second. Single to the first, tried to steal second, was caught stealing by Rodriguez. 0-1. Strike, 0-2. So you were telling me about Coach Red, not Coach Theus, Athletic Director Theus. He wears multiple hats around here. Talking about the overall athletic department is doing really good in the classroom right now.
3.1 overall, all athletics. That's tops, man, in the SWAC.
1-2. And bounce the plate, 2-2.
You know, Bethune-Cookman, there's a certain kind of kid that goes to Bethune-Cookman. I think every coach, every sport kind of recruit kids who, first of all, academically they're sound and they can play ball.
Hasmin deals. Hit in the air, first base line. That will be caught behind the bag by Feplis. 2 away.
I think the volleyball team leads all the academic. I think the volleyball team is at 3.8.
I think I did see some about that back in the fall. Coach Williams has her team
Coach Brittany.
always in line. First pitch, a strike outside corner to Maury Weaver. I'm interested to see what Coach Williams does with that team in the fall. New assistant coach.
Yeah, and here's another stat too. She has 100% graduation rate.
Ground ball towards short and bobbled by Villafana, and he throws it away. Nice job by Jack Gidcombe all the way over at first from behind the plate, following it up.
That's a good catcher there.
But Weaver will reach. We'll wait to see the official line, whether that's an error or a base hit. I'm going to give him an error, I think.
Yeah. Bobbled it first, then threw it away. Yeah, 100% graduation rate for the volleyball team.
The results haven't been there the last couple of years, but I know that Coach Williams is working back towards it. And it's not like they've gone away completely. They've made the tournament the last 2 years, every year since the shutdown.
Just trying to get over that hump.
Inside to Ty Washington.
They're going to Puerto Rico somewhere. Argentina?
I don't know the specifics of that. They were fundraising to
Yeah, they're going
go
somewhere next month. Soon they're going abroad.
Play some games against some local teams down there, and it's a different look for an athletic team that you usually don't get a chance to study abroad or do some of those things that college students do because you're focused on your sport the whole time.
And I think more gymnasium playing in that gymnasium hurts too because of the low roof.
The Wildcats do use it to their advantage, but when they go play in other buildings, it's not there. Fouled away by Washington. Count 2-2. Hasmin trying to work around the error that put Maury Weaver on first base. Two. Fouled away again. Now they're catching up to his fastball a little bit. The moment of this game that sticks with me right now is not the 13 runs or the big first inning. It's the foul ball that Michael Rodriguez hit, as that one is inside. The count goes full. Down the right field line.
About 500 feet because that thing rolled all the way to the street.
And he missed having one of the longest home runs of the season, and it would have been the first of his career. Unfortunately, that was only a pinch hit, and it's inside ball 4. So Washington walks 2 on and 2 out for the Delta Devils. First walk given up by Hasmin. And one of the things we were talking about when he came in the pitch was he was a little wild.
Trying to keep his focus here, concentration after the error.
Menendez had the second of the 2 RBI singles back in the third that played the 2 MVSU runs, single to center. That was when Hasmin came back in. Washington had the other one. So now the entire rotation has seen Carlos. And he got him right on the hip.
He's lost his concentration now, I think. And can't find a strike zone.
They were a good throw from short away from getting out of the inning, and now the bases are loaded. And it'll be Benny Hernandez.
Ground ball right here to clean it up and go back to the dugout.
Benny 0 for 2. Yesterday had a double in game number 2 and a single, so 2 for 3. And then in game 1, he didn't play. On Friday, he had 2 hits as well. So he is 4 hits on the series with 2 doubles.
Yeah, he hit a ball yesterday, man. That was a ringer left field.
And he had the hit on Friday that was about 5 feet short of being a home run to dead center. And probably every other park of the SWAC, that's a home run. Time is called.
Joel's coming up? Oh. a ball that got loose in the bullpen.
Yeah, Wildcats have somebody else warming up down there. It is Yoancel Diaz. I can see that without even using binoculars. So Hasmin probably will just finish the inning here, and if he does, it'll be a pretty good outing. First pitch, a breaking ball, high ball one. Bases loaded, 2 down, error walk, hit by pitch. And whoa, it gets to the backstop, and a great job by Gidcombe to scramble to grab it.
He threw that behind him.
And keep Weaver on third. Weaver's on third, Washington on second, Menendez on first.
2 down.
The count is 2-0, and you're right. After that error, Hasmin completely lost his confidence and hasn't been able to find the strike zone. 2-0. Upstairs 3-0, and he's in danger of walking in a run. Delta Devils have already doubled their run count from every other game in this series. Strike down the middle, 3-1. Gotta throw 2 more of those.
Let's throw it across. Let him hit it on the ground.
3-1. Inside ball 4. Hernandez walks. Weaver walks in from third. Washington goes to third. Menendez to second. And it is 3-13. And that will probably signal the end for Carlos Hasmin. A rough end for Carlos.
Well, he had a decent outing in my book. He played well, pitched well, struck out some guys, but that error in this inning, he just totally lost his concentration and the ability to find the plate.
So it'll be Yoancel Diaz to come in to pitch. The batter will be Noah Bufford.
We talked to him before the game, too.
We did. I asked him, are you pitching today? And he said, I don't know. And I guess here he is. And the bullpen for Bethune-Cookman's in an interesting spot, right? They haven't really used many arms this weekend. But you had Joel Correa cruising with a 10-run lead, maybe potentially going a complete Game 7 innings like Gaviria did last night, that he pulls a muscle in his back or whatever happened with him to take him out of the game. And now it's a bullpen game. Mississippi Valley State's been able to hit the ball. They've been able to score some runs. And even though it's still a 10-run lead, it's not as cruise control as Coach Hernandez would like it to be.
Mississippi Valley State still scrapping.
They're a scrappy team. They proved that last year, taking some games off the big boys in the East. But Yoancel Diaz is on for his 9th appearance of the season, is got a 10.80 ERA in 13.1 innings pitched. He's given up 16 runs on 18 hits all earned. Striking out 15, walking 13. He's allowed 3 doubles, a triple, a homer, batting .340 against him are all opponents. And he
pitched against the big boys, too.
He did. The senior from Hialeah and Miami Springs High School. You were talking to him about Miami Springs before the game.
Yeah, I worked in that area for a while. I did a swim program in that area. And I know that school very well.
Last pitched on Tuesday against Stetson. Gave up 4 runs on 5 hits. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. His best outing probably came in the 19-5 loss to Jackson State. 2 innings, no runs, no hits, 5 Ks. Of course, by that time the game was already gone. It was also pitched against Stonehill, Florida, Northwestern, Maine, Alabama A&M, and UCF. His longest outing, 49 pitches. And again, the batter will be Noah Bufford, who is batting for the 2nd time. Struck out his first time up against Hasmin after coming in for Simon Yoakum and playing left field. And the first pitch from Yo-Yo is a breaking ball strike. That 12-6 curveball is really his best asset.
Yeah,
His fastball doesn't have a lot of velocity on it.
Yo-Yo has a lot of trickery. There it is again.
And it's tipped back to the screen 0-2. And especially if you go to Yo-Yo from somebody who's throwing fast like Hasmin was, it's a big speed difference.
Then his hat's always falling off too, so that's another deception for you.
Base is loaded, 2 down. Line drive, base hit to center field. That'll score 2. As Gidcombe takes a lick at the plate. Washington scored from third. Menendez in from second. And it is 13-4 now. No, 13-5, excuse me. 3 in the inning already for Mississippi Valley State.
That one error cost us, man.
Yep.
Well, kind of opened the floodgates a little bit.
After the error that would have gotten us out of the inning, walk, hit by pitch, walk, 2 RBI double. The batter is Jack Early. First pitch, low ball 1. Early's not had a great series. 0 for 3 in game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. 0 for 4 in game 1. And then on Friday, he was also 0 for 4. So he's still looking for his first hit of the series.
0 for 12.
There's a breaking ball strike outside corner 1-1. Really, all this means is that the Wildcats are going to have to work a little harder if they want to go home early today. Now under the run rule, 13-5. Swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. And it's strike 2. Jack's also played second base and caught this week. Strike away from getting out of the inning for Diaz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him again. They throw down to first to complete the K. So Diaz gives up 2 RBIs on the single, but then strikes out early. 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 13-5. Bethune-Cookman still with the lead here on the CatEye Network. Bottom 5 on tap. Wildcats up 13-5, but the Delta Devils played at 5 runs in the last 2 innings. They've got some life in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Rodriguez
Fishing 2 hours this ball game.
is on to hit. Hit a ball as far as you could hit it last time up, but it went foul, and then he eventually struck out in his first time at the plate. Hits this one foul in the first base side. He's getting good contact. He's just way out front of Dolphin, who is working his 4th inning, Kendall. 1-1. Bounce to the plate. And someone who has not thrown in a game action
He could be tearing a little. Then he threw it down in the bullpen too
for 2
for a half inning.
years. Yeah, you got to wonder what the length on Kendall Dolphin is, even though after he came in, the Wildcats have only got 1 run.
He got a long bus ride home, man. He'd be okay.
Way outside, 2-1. I'm really just looking for Michael Rodriguez to hammer one. I want him to get that first college home run. He hammers one all right. It's not going to be a home run. Just give him a base hit to right field.
That his first base hit?
Not of the season, no. Of the game, yes.
I think Dolphin kind of lost his concentration a little now.
And now it's Jack Gidcombe, who came in to replace Manny Sufrain at first, but actually has ended up catching now due to the injury to Jorge Rodriguez. We'll see who they hit for Jorge in that spot, in the 6th spot. First pitch, a swing and a miss from Gidcombe. Jack still looking for his first hit of the season. And he hits one in the air to shallow left. Going back, the shortstop, Ofariel Ortiz, makes the catch, 1 down, so the wait goes on for Gidcombe. So now we'll see. They bring in Peter Vasquez, who is now playing third after Feblis went to first. So Vasquez bats for Rodriguez in the 6th spot. And he hits it to first. Back to second. Out at second is Gonzalez. So a fielder's choice. Rodriguez out at second, 3-6. And now 1 on, 2 out for A.J. Smith. No, correction. Frankie Feblis. Feblis on the ground to third. The new third baseman, Pena, throws out Hodges at second, and that's the end of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And we go to the 6th inning, still 13-5 here at the Jack. Bethune-Cookman on top on the CatEye Network. Juancel Diaz on the mound for his first full inning of work as we hit the 6th. Mississippi Valley in the last inning sent 8 to the plate. Yodani Ofariel Ortiz will lead off. And interestingly, the Delta Devils have the names on the back of their jerseys. Yodani's just says Ofariel. Doesn't have his full last name on there. Guess it would be too long.
I just noticed that.
The 0-1 from Yo-Yo. Inside one of them. I do like Mississippi Valley's uniforms. The Valley script on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Red and green is a nice color combination. You can do a lot with it. Breaking ball misses high.
Looks better than orange and green. I know that. Almost Christmas looking.
2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Any way you put orange and green together doesn't look right.
Especially not to us.
No.
Rattlers playing Alabama A&M this weekend. They won the first two in wild fashion. And of course, game 3 going on just about now. Hit in the air, first base side, foul. Other games going on in the SWAC today. Florida A&M and Alabama A&M finishing up their 3-game series. Arkansas Pine Bluff is at Prairie View. Grambling State hosts Alcorn. Jackson State hosting Alabama State. Texas Southern at Southern. Grambling State at Alcorn. As that was ball 4.
Yep.
So the first man aboard for Mississippi Valley again. And Ricky Hernandez, who struck out his first time up pitch hitting for Yvonne Mims, will bat. There's a strike. Alabama A&M up 3-0 over Florida A&M in the 4th inning. They've had the lead in all 3 games.
Like they did us.
That one's line to right field. There's a base hit. So the first 2 aboard for Mississippi Valley. At what point does it start getting concerning if you're Coach Hernandez?
Right now. Because who do you bring in to shut all this down? Because Mississippi Valley State is starting to get some momentum.
Well, there's nobody in the bullpen right now.
So we need to get some outs with this guy right here.
Yo-Yo's game to this point. The score is still 13-5. 2 on, nobody out. Breaking ball, strike 1 to Draylon Holmes, top of the order for Valley.
Okay.
Holmes 2 for 3. 2 singles, a steal, and a caught stealing. Then he popped out behind first base in the 5th.
Base hit cut the lead right in half.
It has another breaking ball strike, 0-2.
Just let him hit it.
Well, if you let him hit it, they've been putting it in places where the defenders aren't the last couple innings. That one's hammered but foul down the left field line. Count still 0-2.
That's his best swing of the weekend.
Holmes yesterday was 1 for 3, with a walk and a single in the second game. Didn't play in the first game. Fouls it away, still 0-2. And then on Friday, he was 1 for 4 with a single.
You got to feed him another breaking ball right here.
0-2. Throw him a fastball. He pops it up. Right-hand side. Febles squeezes it for out number 1. And that's his second pop-up to that exact same spot behind first base.
Double play right here.
Could get Yo-Yo out of a jam. The batter is Maury Weaver, who's been on base twice, but scored twice. Hasn't have a hit.
No, that's Pena.
Oh, you're right. Pena did replace Weaver. A little bit behind. So this is the first AB for Pena. It's a big spot. 2 on, 1 out. Yo-Yo bounced it to the plate.
Good stop.
Nice job by Gidcombe. Kind of almost soccer style. Used his inside of his knee to push it up the third base line to prevent Ofariel Ortiz from heading to third. Yordani walked, then Hernandez single. Draylon Holmes popped out, and the count is 0-2 now. Treshing 1-2 after another foul ball by Pena. Elias Pena was fishing yesterday before the doubleheader out in the river. He caught something, too. Let's see if he can catch an RBI here. The 1-2. Ground ball towards short. Going to third to get the lead runner. They got it. Nice play. Villafañe skips it to Vasquez, and there's 2 down.
That was a good play. Momentum had him going toward third base. That was a great throw. Beat the slide.
It'll be Ty Washington, the batter. RBI single in the third, walk and scored in the fifth, grounded out in the first. First pitch to him. Skip to the plate.
Another great stop.
Yeah. Gidkim's having his work cut out for him back there. As Yo-Yo's been a bit wild. When he's placed it well, he's gotten some good work done. He has 2 strikeouts. But also 2 walks. 1-0, low 2-0. Wildcats playing with a very rotated roster after starting the main guys, getting up by 12. And Joel Corey was cruising on the mound, then was brought out
injury
because of an injury. He's not sure to his status. And then Hasmin and Diaz have tried to pick up the pieces, but Mississippi Valley have scored 5 runs. There's a strike, 3-1. Two outs in the inning. Wildcats can still avoid damage. Ground ball right at the shortstop. It was actually a laser beam of a line drive. Cintrone makes the catch, didn't even have to move, and Diaz gets out of a jam, gets a nice pat on the back from Gidkim, who did nice work behind the plate as well.
That was a good pitch and a good catch.
No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats trying to get back into run rule range, up 13-5 here on the CatEye Network. Jamie Villafane leads off for Bethune-Cookman as we hit the bottom of the 6th. Wildcats with 13 runs, but nothing since the 3rd inning.
Get those bats going again.
Check swing, ball high, ball 1. Kendall Dolphin has come in, and I don't know if it's been sleepiness because it's a tied Sunday after a 4-game series, but he has come in and shut down this Wildcats team. He's allowed 1 run since he's been on the hill. And only 4 hits. Upstairs 3-0, and you told me in the inning break it's time to get him out of there.
Yeah, time to get another rally. That's a strike.
Yep. 3-1. Again, we're gonna question Dolphins' endurance, but he's been pitching well. Nobody in the bullpen. It's his game. There's a strike, 3-2. Well, we were talking about this morning when we got to the ballpark about attacking in favorable counts.
Oh my God!
That's strike 3. That ball was way outside.
And the pitcher knows it because he jumps off the mound smiling. Yep. You want to attack at 2-1, we're talking about, right?
Yeah, or
instead of 3-1.
But both, too. Because, again, it was 3-0, and he just walked 3 straight strikes. The third one, obviously, was not a strike. But if you try and protect in the previous 2 pitches, you're not in that situation. Here's Xavier Cintrone with 1 out. Cintrone walked and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. Outside corner, strike one. The home plate umpire, Christopher Pittman, has definitely widened the strike zone as this game has gone.
Yeah, he has. I think now I want to step out on him a little bit too.
It's
working fast.
It was very narrow as Cintron fouls went back 2-2. In the first couple innings, I think that's one of the reasons that the Wildcats scored on all those walks. They scored 10 runs in the first on only 2 hits. Mostly was walks and hit by pitches. 2-2, outside 3-2. Good take by Cintron.
That pitch was better than the one he called strike 3.
Kendall Dolphin up to 75 pitches. Starter numbers. Ground ball, first base side foul.
Well, he didn't play in the game, start the game as a position player, so
No.
he might be rested enough to 90 pitches.
Ground ball toward short, fielded in the hole by Ortiz. And he throws out Cintron by half a step 2 away. I really like Ofariel Ortiz's defensive game at short. He's played well all weekend.
Looks like a shortstop. He has the mannerisms and the way he throws the ball and the way he feels. Like one of the top shortstops in this WAC. There's some great ones.
Now here's A.J. Smith. That was almost an Ephus-looking pitch.
I saw that now. I'm
Really
looking forward
slow.
to hit the catcher's mitt. When is it?
Smith, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a single. RBI sac fly in the second, then single was caught in the middle of a double play in the fourth. 1-1, grounded foul, 1-2. And we could be seeing the second consecutive really quick inning for Dolphin on the mound. The Wildcats not doing enough to try and get to this already pressured bullpen, and Smith watches strike 3. You got to protect the plate. 2 strikeouts looking in the inning for the Wildcats. 1, 2, 3 in the inning as we go to the 7th. Still 13-5 Cats. Will Menendez will lead off for Mississippi Valley State. We go to the 7th. Wildcats up 13-5. They led by 10 after the first. But Mississippi Valley's just steadily kind of got back into this game. Yo-Yo Diaz still on the mound, forces Menendez to foul one away. Menendez grounded out to short to end the first, and an RBI single to center in the third. And was hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th.
Wasn't for that first inning, this would be a tight game.
Yep. Well, if it wasn't for the first inning,
we'd be losing
5-3. The Wildcats got 10 runs on just 2 hits. Count is 1-2 on Menendez from Diaz. Still no movement in the Wildcat bullpen. Ground ball toward short. Cintron handles it for out number 1.
I think that error a couple of innings ago changed the complexion of the game.
Yep. The Wildcats were an out away from being up 13-2 going to the sixth. And an error, walk, hit by pitch, walk, and a 2-run single meant now it's 13-5. Here's Benny Hernandez. 0 for 2 with a walk today. But he's had a really good series on the plate, and it continues as he puts one all the way to the wall down the first base line. He'll dig for second and will be there with a double. That's his third double of the weekend. Nobody's got good contact like Benny Hernandez has on this Devil team all weekend.
He hit that ball perfectly down the right field line. He went with the pitch. It even stuck under the fence.
Now here's Noah Bufford. In his 2 plate appearances, he struck out in the 4th and had a 2 RBI single in the 5th. Swings and misses at a breaking ball. The 3rd consecutive great day for baseball here in Daytona Beach.
Beautiful afternoon.
Hit high in the air to right field.
Hodges.
And it is caught by Hodges. He fires in to keep Hernandez at second. And there's 2 away. That was 2 really hard hit balls to right.
Yeah, they're late on his fastball. They're just taking the pitch where it is.
And now Kendall Dolphin's going to hit. He's done everything else today. He's going to hit for Jack Early. So Dolphin, yesterday in game number 1, scored the only run of that game on a single wild pitch, and then he was singled home by Yoakum. That was in the 8th inning. Other than that, he struck out, flew out to center. First pitch to him by Diaz is a strike. This is a really interesting idea from MVSU.
He was just in the bullpen warming up, ran from the bullpen and grabbed the bat.
And he skies one foul, left field line, 0-2. So Diaz has another chance to get out of the inning. Worked around a couple of singles with 2 fielders' choices last inning. 0-2, 2-out runner on second. Diaz long look in. Here's the pitch. Way outside, trying to get a swing from Dolphin. I wonder if this means that Kendall is done on the mound. There is somebody warming up in the Mississippi Valley bullpen. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's somebody that we saw on Friday.
It's probably done.
1-2. Ball down low, 2-2. Yo-Yo wanted that one. This is old school, pitcher versus pitcher. Diaz deals the 2-2. Outside, ball gets away. Runner's going to go to third. So Hernandez 90 feet away from making this a 13-6 ball game.
He's making it. We're making it look good.
Making it hard for us, though.
Yes, sir.
Diaz still 1 strike away, a full count to Dolphin. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Got him.
Got him swinging with a fastball outside corner. That's a nice pitch by Yoansel Diaz.
He felt that one.
So no runs, 1 hit on the double by Hernandez, and 1 left. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Still 13-5, Wildcats lead on the CatEye Network. for the second time today, we have a position player pitching for Mississippi Valley. It's Draylon Holmes moves from center field to pitch. Benny Hernandez moves from the DH spot to first. Menendez, who was at first, goes to second. Dolphin, who was pitching, goes to center field. Now, do you got that? Dolphin in center, Menendez at second, Hernandez at first, Holmes on the mound.
It's working for him. This whole team is utility players. Everybody's playing 1 and 2 positions, 2 and 3 positions.
Yeah, Dolphin, this is his third position of the weekend.
Yeah.
And the batter will be Garrett Chun, one of only 2 players who has not been replaced that was in the starting lineup. Draylon Holmes, who will pitch right and gets a strike call outside corner. Holmes, the senior from Griffin, Georgia, comes inside and misses 1-1. Going to see if he has any pitching statistics. He's a great offensive player, holds the Mississippi Valley record for home runs in a season with 12 back in 2022. That's a laser beam to left. Opposite field, a base hit for Garrett Chun, his second of the game. And the second base hit for Chun that's gone right over the shortstop's head.
I think I saw something on social media. They interviewed him about that leading the home run record.
Yep.
And he said he just came to school to get an education. He didn't come to school to break a record.
He has not pitched, at least according to their statistics, at the college level. This is his first time on the mound. And he bounces one past Washington into the backstop.
And
So Chun will go to second.
And he drops his head. So now he's thinking.
Now, this is really when the Wildcats maybe could try and turn the screws.
Yeah, because he's thinking now.
The batter is Jason Hodges. And we thought maybe when Dolphin came into that would be break the game open, and it didn't really happen. But that's a rifle towards short, caught on a line by Ortiz. He has been spectacular today.
They're hitting him hard, right at somebody.
And now here's Michael Rodriguez. Singled back of the fifth, struck out in the second after replacing Jose Gonzalez. Of course, he lined one to deep right field, but foul. And he's got Chun on second, 1 out. Draylon Holmes, the pitcher. And Draylon, even more than Kendall Dolphin, looks like he's just kind of throw over to first for a put out on the mound. He's got that same kind of style. 1-0. Ground ball to short. Who else but Ortiz fields and fires 2 away.
He's played perfectly this afternoon. Flawless in the infield.
Chun will go to third, and now it'll be Jack Gidcombe, who doesn't have a hit all season, to try and bring him home.
He made a great play on the double play and the ball got away. He made a great play then.
Yep. It wasn't his fault they didn't turn the double play, Ortiz. He made the first part. The rest of his infield let him down. Chun on third, 2 down. First pitch, a ball high. Garrett Chun really dancing over there at third. A long old weekend of the Jack comes to a close the last couple innings. Fouled away, 1-1. "36 innings of baseball over the last 3 days for these Wildcats. 1-1. Inside and hit him. So on to first goes Jack Gidcombe. First hit by pitch and second total base of the season. He was walked once already. Not in this weekend, but on the season. So now runners on the corners for Peter Vasquez. Still 2 outs. But I'll tell you what, both Dolphin and Holmes have done well. They've put the ball in the strike zone, and they've let their defense work. They haven't tried to be too fancy with it. Runner goes down to second. Washington holds the ball.
When you're a position player, that's what they want from you. Put the ball in play, throw some strikes, get out of there.
Gidcombe takes his first stolen base of the season. And it's second and third, 2 down.
Come on, base hit right here.
Pitch to Vasquez is low ball 2.
Take 2 of these runs back.
The Wildcats 2 runs away from 10.
Yeah, if they get 2 runs here, that's it.
I believe so, because we're in the 8th. Outside 3-0. Maybe that's why they were comfortable putting Holmes on the mound. They know that either way, the end of the series. With only 3 outs left to get for the Wildcats in the bottom of the inning, should we make it there. 3-0. Ball 4. They throw back to second, and safe is Gidcombe. So the bases are loaded. 2 walks and a single by Chun. And with 2 outs, here is Frankie Febbles. Febbles looking for his second and third RBI of the year. Only he's got 2. And he watches one low ball 1. We're in a similar situation potentially to where the softball team was against Alabama A&M last week.
You told me about that crazy sequence of walks.
Well, they looked like they were going to intentionally walk in the ending run on the run rule, but then they decided to pitch the last girl. She had a double. There's a strike, so they're not going to intentionally walk anybody. Douglas still has to be awake up there. First ever opportunity on the mound for Draylon Holmes at the college level, and it's hit high in the air. Foul territory, first base side, makes the seats.
He's a strike away from getting out of it.
Yep. And both great plays at short by Ofariel Ortiz. The line drive caught, and the pick at second thrown over to first. Long look in from Holmes. And now here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. That looked good from here.
Sure did.
That had some movement on it, too. Almost slider-esque. As you said, Daryl, everybody on this team play every position. All utility players. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him, strike 3. Way in the outside batter's box. So Holmes comes in, doesn't give up a run. 1 hit, 2 walks, bases loaded, and we go to the 9th inning. Wildcats 3 outs away from a series sweep of the Delta Devils here on the CatEye Network. We go to the bottom of the eighth. My apologies. I thought we were in the eighth.
Top
Or
of
top
the
of the eighth. I thought we were in the eighth last inning because we batted around the first, so I'm an inning ahead of my scorecard. Yoansel Diaz still on the hill. The batter is Yodanio Ferreal Ortiz, who's had himself a pretty good game defensively. Offensively, he's 0 for 2 with a walk and was caught out on the base paths 6-5 and third. Yes, he did go on that one 0 2. And Yo-Yo's looked okay.
in spots.
Yes, he gave up the couple of runs in the fifth, but after that, he's looked pretty solid. That one grounded softly back up the middle. It's a diving stop by Villafane at short.
And he pulled up lane. He missed first base. He pulled up.
And he's safe, says the umpire. Even though Coach Hernandez says he missed the base completely, I wasn't paying attention. But it was a slow as you like grounder off the heel of Diaz. Diving stop by Villafane, but he couldn't find the ball.
Yo-Yo tried to kick it to the shortstop.
So that'll be an infield single. And I'll bring up Ricky Hernandez.
I don't think he'll be trying to run. He just hurt his hamstring running the first.
Yeah. Struck out and singled to right in his 2 plate appearances off the bench. First pitch to strike, up and in. Wildcats do not have a midweeker this week. We'll go at Alabama A&M Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And now, Yoansel Diaz.
Something wrong with the pitch watch.
Oh, okay. They're talking to the umpire. Mississippi Valley State also doesn't have a midweeker this week. They will stay on the road and go to Alabama State over the weekend. They'll close with Jackson State, Alabama A&M, and Florida A&M. The last 3 series.
They got those some tough teams there. They can upset a game here and there. Sure enough to help us.
It definitely would, especially if they take a game off FAMU. But that FAMU series at the end of the year is probably going to determine the SWAC East if the Wildcats hold serve.
Yeah. Just continue to play great baseball. Go up there and take at least 2 games up there.
May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's the big one. Mark your calendars, folks. 1-1. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. And it's 1-2. Wildcats have midweekers still at Jacksonville, at Stetson, and at UCF. All 3 of those games will be live on the CatEye Network radio style. Diaz is 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And there's 1 away.
So you're going to make the trip to Jayville?
I'm going to make the trip to Jacksonville, to Stetson, and to UCF. All 3.
You got to go to Stetson. You got to go over to.
Yeah.
They still call it Conrad Park over there?
Melching Field at Conrad Park.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've done some great work over there. It looks beautiful.
And now Draylon Holmes, who is the pitcher right now, but he's played center field for most of the game, will watch a pitch outside, strike 1. Holmes, 2 singles to left and 2 pop-ups right behind first base in his 4 plate appearances today. He was also caught stealing in the 3rd by Rodriguez. High fly ball, right field. Moving back to the track is Hodges. He leaps and it's gone. The wind carried it out. First home run of the weekend for Mississippi Valley State. It's a 2-run home run, and it's 13-7.
Yeah, anything in the right field, the ball's going to carry, man. Hodges went back and leaped over the wall trying to make the catch. That's the kid whose bat we feared yesterday.
So Diaz is going to stay in. The Wildcats still nobody throwing up there.
He leads Mississippi Valley State in home runs, all-time leader.
Dylan Vega's standing up and throwing a softball against the wall. Other than that, Wildcats have nobody up there. This is Yo-Yo's game. It's a 6-run game. The Wildcats is led by as many as 12. Swing and a miss by Elias Pena. The count 1-1. Pena fouls it away. And after the first inning, we thought it was going to be a quick one. And Mississippi Valley State's hung around and hung around and hung around.
Just want to hang out on the beach.
Ground ball softly hit towards third. Long throw across from Vasquez in time. 2 down. And the batter will be Ty Washington. Grounded out to third in the first. Singled to right in the third. That was an RBI single. Walked and scored in the fifth and lined out straight to Cintron at second base. In the sixth, that ended an inning where the Delta Devils had 2 on. And there's a strike. And Diaz 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Bounces one to the plate. 2 runs in on the home run to right field by Draylen Holmes. His team leading 6th home run of the season, and he's also pitching right now. Missed low, 2-2. Hit off the end of the bat. We'll do it again. Diaz up to 56 pitches. That is his season high. 51 against Stetson on Tuesday. So it's been a long week of work for Yoanso. Hit in the air to right center field. That's going to drop and head towards the wall. Going to second is Ty Washington. He'll have a stand-up double. And Coach Hernandez looks down at the bullpen.
This thing is getting interesting now.
Where
Still 6-run lead, though.
Dylan Vega, you don't feel that a 6-run lead is safe the way Mississippi Valley's hit the ball. Here's Will Menendez. There's a strike right at the cursive lettering on the front of his jersey. Dylan Vega is in the pen. And a swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. And again, we talk about 2 outs. Getting out of the inning with 2 outs, it's happened again. That hasn't really been a problem for us in the last couple of weeks.
And it's showing his head here today.
Swing and a miss. Kidcom's going to have to throw down to first to complete the K, but the home run, 2-run homer, 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left for the Delta Devils. They've lowered the gap. It is 13-7 as we go to the bottom of the 8th here on the CatEye Network. So more substitution madness here for Mississippi Valley State as Ty Washington, who was the catcher, is now pitching. Menendez, who started at first, was playing second, is now catching. Dolphin, who started at DH, then came into pitch, then played center, is now playing second base. And Draylon Holmes is out of the game.
A team full of utility players, guys who can play more than one position. That's good to see. Really, tournament time. If you're in a tournament team and you got guys who can play multiple positions.
First batter to face Washington is Villafane.
With a limited roster, it has to happen that way.
Now I got to see if Washington's had any pitching experience. The graduate student from Adkins, Texas, as Villafane rockets one down the left field line. That's going towards the corner. It is foul.
Wow, that's in the water.
The second Wildcat that has just missed a home run.
With the wind blowing the right field, it should have stayed fair.
And again, we have a first-time pitcher here in Washington. No pitching statistics as a Delta Devil that I could find, at least the last 2 years.
It's like Roger Clemens out there with that 21 on his back.
Count is 1-2 on Villafane. He fouls it away off the hands. Run rule is less and less of a question now than it was earlier with the score 13-7. Mississippi Valley's legged out 11 hits.
You just got to get the outs now. This is the bottom of the eighth?
This is indeed the bottom of the eighth. Low ball 3. Correction, ball 2. 2-2. I wish viewers at home right now could see what my scorecard looks like. It is an absolute mess. 2-2. Watches one in the dirt. 3-2.
Yeah, that thing does look like cartoon characters over there, like you're drawing figures.
So many things have been scratched out. I've been hitting ahead because of the batting around in the first, and everybody playing every different position. 3-2. In the dirt, ball 4, so Villafane walks. Jamie is the only one, along with Garrett Chund, who's played the whole game. He's now walked twice, hit a triple to left field, and scored on a fielder's choice in the second. Nice, productive day for Villafane.
He needs the playing time after being injured, right?
Yeah.
So,
and now here's Xavier Cintrone making his fourth plate appearance after replacing Colton Olison in the second. Walked in the second. Runner goes to second. Here's the throw, and Villafane is safe with stolen base.
sun just came out. That looks beautiful out again.
Yep. Been under cloud the whole day. As I mentioned, Cintrone walked in the second, struck out in the third, grounded out to short in the sixth. And he swings and misses. And it's 1-1. Wildcats trying to knock the cover off the baseball. They see all these position players up here and everybody trying to get a big hit. You don't have to. Stick the bat out at it. Get a single to center. Upstairs, 2-1.
But it's always psychological. You know, when you have a pitcher pitching or when you have a position guy, you want to jump on him quickly. Get those wild swings.
Fouled away again. Cintrone batting .250 technically, but only 4 at-bats for today. 3 runs on a hit. All 3 of those runs via the pinch hit. That one grounded towards first, and it's past the glove of both Hernandez and Dolphin. Scoring from second is Villafane. There's the RBI that Xavier Cintrone desperately was hunting for. His first of the season on a base hit to right field.
Congratulations to that guy. Got his first ribby.
So both Hernandez, who's now playing first, and Dolphin, who's now playing second, had a chance at it. Just seeing eye singled right by both of them. And the first pitch is inside. We're back to the top of the order for A.J. Smith. Fourth plate appearance for Smith. Sac fly for an RBI in the second. singled in the fourth, struck out looking in the sixth on a ball that was way out of the zone.
I see Holmes getting some ice on his arm.
I wondered if he hurt himself on the mound.
I hope not. But, he's got his bat out of the lineup.
Oh, wow. A.J. Smith just got plunked right in the back. So
Here comes the
up to second goes Cintron, and here comes C.J. Bilbray. There's nobody in the bullpen. It's Ty Washington's game. So the Wildcats will have first and second. Still nobody out. One already in. Walk to Villafane. Stolen base. Single to right field. Scored him from second. And the batter will be Garrett Chung, who I'm interested to know why Garrett is the only one that hasn't been replaced yet, aside Villafane, who needs the playing time.
Mhm. Chung was in the game for that 100th hit, right?
It was.
He got that.
He got it back in the second inning. It was an RBI single to left. Scored Ramses Cordova.
Maybe he can get one-on-one now.
First pitch, a ball from Washington. This has been a game of baseball, I'll tell you that much. Pop foul into the bleachers.
We've been saying it all weekend. It's just baseball. That's why you got to love the sport, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can see something different every time you come out.
I mean, I've called probably hundreds of baseball games in my life and watched plenty more, and you see something new every time. It doesn't matter how many times you watch a game. Count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. In the air to right field, not deep. Moving in, Hernandez loses his hat, makes the catch, and fires in to keep the runners where they are. So 1 out in the inning as Chun flies out for the second time today. Garrett actually flew out to center, was the second batter up in the first.
Made that first out.
And then the next out didn't come till Chun had already batted again. That first inning still the major difference in this game. First pitch to Jason Hodges, flies it to right. And once again, it drops into the glove of Ricky Hernandez. So 2 quick outs for Washington on the mound. And here's Michael Rodriguez.
It's almost in the same spot, and it's dropped his cap almost in the same spot, too.
Rodriguez, 1 for 3, struck out of the second, singled in the fifth, and grounded out to short in the seventh. First pitch outside, ball 1. (1-0) in the dirt, 2-0. Checking in on the game in Tallahassee right now between the Rattlers and the Bulldogs of Alabama A&M. As the ball gets away, Rodriguez is going to go to second. It's going to be a 2-run error. Cintron scores. A.J. Smith scores. And the Wildcats have their first run since their second run since the third inning. And it is now 16-7. And was that or no? It was the third baseman.
Routine ground ball. He fielded it with one hand just to make the throw over the across the diamond. And those type of plays have hurt Valley this whole series.
Yep. So a 2-base error scores 2 runs. And here's Jack Gidcombe, still looking for his first hit of the season. Walked in the 7th. Before that, lined out to short, popped out short. Gidcombe watches one outside, 1-1. Top of the 6th, 8-2. Alabama A&M over Florida A&M. That would be big if that result holds. 1-1. Low 2-1.
What inning are they in?
They are in the bottom of the 6th. The Wildcats, if they hang on here, and it looks for all the world like they will, would go to 14-4 in conference play.
FAMU's known to scrap back, and they're at home, so that's a long ways from over there.
Yep. The Rattlers currently lead the SWAC East at 15-2. So
A loss to be 15-3.
yeah, we'd be one back.
Going to Tallahassee too.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be nice.
I got to get through Alabama A&M first.
That's right.
And we have
the other A&M.
I was to say we have shown that they can give anybody a game. Gidcombe lines at foul. The count is 3-2. Michael Rodriguez at second. Gidcombe still looking for his first hit of the season. Can he get it here against the catcher turned pitcher Ty Washington? 2 outs, bottom 8. Fouled away. Elsewhere around the SWAC right now, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Prairie View A&M playing out in Houston. It is Prairie View 6, Pine Bluff 4, top of the 8th. The 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. Second straight walk for Gidcombe. And the inning continues as we will have Peter Vasquez hit.
We're back into the 10-run thing here. Base hit or win be a walk-off.
Could. Vasquez, batting for Jorge Rodriguez, has reached on a fielder's choice and walked in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch of ball. The other game that really is relevant to us is that one's line to second. Dolphin makes the catch. And I'll tell you about it in the top of the 9th. We go to the 9th. Wildcats get 3 more runs on 1 hit and an error and 2 left on. And we go to the 9th inning. Wildcats looking to close a 4-game series sweep. They're up 16-7 here on the CatEye Network. Three outs to get for Bethune-Cookman to wrap up a 4-game series sweep of Mississippi Valley State. Dylan Vega on the mound to close out the final 3 innings. It'll be a pinch hitter for Mississippi Valley State. Ricardo Chambers will lead off the inning in place of Benny Hernandez. Chambers is only his 5th at-bat of the season, doesn't have any stats, has struck out once. And Dylan Vega on the mound for the Wildcats has a 4.20 ERA, 16 appearances, 30 innings pitched, 19 runs on 27 hits, 14 earned. First pitch to Chambers is swinging a miss. Striking out 18 and walking 11. Opponent batting average 243 on Vega. He works quickly. Another swing and a miss. He's way behind on the fastball.
Has he played this series, Ian?
Nope. This is only his 5th at-bat of the year.
Wow. He has to have a lot of rust.
The other relevant series to the SWAC East standings outside the Alabama A&M Florida A&M series pitch, outside 1 and 2, is Jackson State and Alabama State playing a doubleheader today. Alabama State won the first game 9-3, and the second game is just underway in the top of the first.
Alabama State's beginning to cook a little bit.
2 out of 3 against us last week.
They started slow. Now they're starting to pick up a little momentum. It'll be interesting to see how things go at Georgia Tech this year.
Jackson State and Alabama State scrapping to win that series. Jackson State took game 1, Alabama State game 2. And from an 0-2 count, Dylan Vegas pitched himself
don't play around. Let's get him out.
into a 3-2 count. I mean, you've shown he can't catch up to the fastball. Just pump another one in. 3-2. Fouled away. He's still late on the fastball. Is Chambers. Pitch. Caught the outside corner, strike 3.
That was outside. He gave us that one.
Now,
Make a.
I don't know. I mean,
he called one of our guys out like that.
That's true. And I think that one was closer than the one that Rodriguez got called out on earlier. But anyway, 1 down in the 9th. And here is Noah Bufford. Correction, this is a pinch hitter.
Number 6.
Dylan Whitfield, who started on the mound on Friday.
Nice fastball.
Yeah, he is pumping that fastball, Dylan Vega. And Whitfield started on the mound on Friday night. And there's strike 2. He went 2 innings. Gave up 5 runs. And he fouls one back. A big pop out of the Valley dugout right there. He just made contact. But everybody getting a chance to do everything for MVSU today. We've seen that move around the lineup a lot. Everybody get a chance to hit. And another one. Strike 3 called. 2 backwards Ks for Dylan Vega to open up the 9th.
Maybe should have brought Vega in earlier, huh?
I thought he was going to be in last inning after the home run. Probably just wasn't warm yet.
He's looking good out there. You want to see what the bullpen looks like after a lot of rest they've had this series.
And we have another pitcher pinch hitting, Isaiah Valenzuela. Valenzuela, submarine pitcher, saw him Friday night as well. There's a strike, 1-1.
I remember Valenzuela back in the day. They used to look to the sky before he pitched it.
Valenzuela, the third of the 4 pitchers used on Friday night. Ground ball right back to Vega. He'll walk over to first with it, and this one belongs to the Maroon and Gold. A long afternoon at the ballpark, lots of hits, lots of runs. The Wildcats win this one 16-7. They had a couple of chances to run rule it after the first inning when it was 10-0. We thought that it might be a quick afternoon. Mississippi Valley battled all afternoon. They never went away, but a heavily rotated Wildcats squad gets the job done. It is a 4-game sweep, which is hard to do against any team.
It's hard to beat a team 4 times in a series, and the Cats, just like Alabama State, are now playing great baseball, going into crucial series at Alabama A&M and Florida A&M. So this afternoon, A&M is behind Alabama A&M, and that game is very pivotal for what we need to happen in the standings. So the Cats win 4, hit the baseball well, played great defense. We saw some kids get opportunities this afternoon. We saw Sean get his 100th hit all time, and been a great weekend as far as I'm concerned. Beautiful afternoon still left. I'm going to get some salmon and my remote control.
Wildcats win this one, 16 runs on 9 hits. That's an incredible number.
Incredible.
1 error, 12 left on base. Mississippi Valley State, 7 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors left, 9. Wildcats left 12 on base. This game took 3 hours and 5 minutes.
First inning was almost an hour.
The Wildcats moved to 14-4 in the SWAC, 24-17 overall. They've won 6 straight games, actually 7 straight games dating back to last Sunday. And they get a deserved break before they head to Alabama next weekend.
Yes, sir. Great sitting in with you this weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. A long day yesterday, a long day today, but appreciate everybody sticking with us on the CatEye Network. For Darryl Latil and our entire crew up here in the press box at Jackie Robinson Ballpark, you will not hear our voices again over a baseball game for a while. Next time the home game is happening, it is May 16th for the last home series against Alabama State. We'll be back on the baseball airwaves April 30th in a game at Jacksonville. That'll be on CatEye Network Radio. Thanks so much for watching this weekend. My name is Michael Cervello. Have a very pleasant rest of your weekend, and hail Wildcats.